FM at HD Boston 98.5, the Sports Hub. The Media Group Station.
This is Boston Bruins hockey, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V, available at your local New England Honda dealers. The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Peerless Boilers, Safety Insurance, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over. The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champion.
Now, here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
From Amalie Arena in Tampa, Florida, it's Boston Bruins hockey. Tonight, the Bruins begin a 2-game Florida road trip against their division rivals, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Alongside Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Great to have you with us on this Thursday night as the Bruins come south on this road trip. They've lost 5 straight games, 4 of them in regulation. On Tuesday night, the Bruins were shut out by Edmonton 4-0. They've now allowed 15 goals over the last 3 games, and Joe Sacco is hoping to shore things up defensively tonight.
Well, having your head on a swivel. I mean, we have, the puck sails through 2 or 3 people, their sticks. So it's just recognizing where the danger is, have your head on a swivel, and make sure that you're protecting that area. We didn't do a good enough job of protecting our goalie tonight, not even close.
No, he's absolutely right. I mean, you just look at a couple of goals that were scored, right? The goals by Henrique, the 2 goals by Adam Henrique. He was left wide open in the slot area, and when you look at the replay, you see 5 black jerseys around him, or at least in one instance. The second one was at least 3 or 4. There's guys all around it, but they're not doing their jobs, right? It's a coverage issue. It's a making sure that the pass doesn't get there, denying the pass to get there issue. And that's happened too many times. You go back to the beginning of the season, that happened a lot at the beginning of the season. Now, they got rid of that. They got a little bit more stingy defensively in that area. They tightened up in that area, protected the middle of the ice, didn't allow those opportunities. And now all of a sudden you see it start to creep back in. It crept back in against the Islanders. It crept back in against the Toronto Maple Leafs. It crept back in certainly against the Edmonton Oilers. If Connor McDavid beats you and scores a goal, well, okay, maybe you can deal with that. But when you've got everybody back in place and there's a pass from below the goal line that gets into the slot to a high danger area to anybody, but it was Adam Henrique twice. Like those are coverage issues that cannot happen. And I know when we talked to Joe Sacco, he said some of it was off of their own turnovers. Certainly the second goal by Henrique was off of a turnover, that they had possession of the puck and didn't make the right play with it, and Edmonton made them pay. But they were back in good position, certainly on the first one in the first period. As poorly as they kind of covered and defended in that game against Edmonton in the first period, they were only down 1-0. And then things kind of got a little bit away from them in the second period. But they weren't good from the beginning at defending. It was not a good game for them. They came alive in the third, but way too late. They were worried at the beginning of the game. And they better be ready at the start here today against Tampa. Tampa went through a little losing streak. Then they won their last game. And they're a really good first period team, especially here on home ice.
Yeah, I was going to say they're a good team here on home ice as well. A 12-6-1 record here at the Amalie Arena. Well, at some point, the players kind of have to make the determination that enough is enough. And Charlie Coyle says it's time to get back on the winning track.
Sometimes it can. I think naturally you kind of sway away. But, we played hockey for a long time. The good teams correct that and see things slipping, right? And we need to do a better job of that and identifying that and making sure we're doing the right things. And it's never going to be a perfect season. No team plays perfect. Every team has lulls, but we got to stop the bleeding quicker here, and we can't let it seep in game after game like that with this little stretch going on right now.
Yeah, I completely agree with them, and in the sense that good teams turn things around. Are they a good team? That's what they have to figure out. Are they a good team? And right now, the way that the first 40 whatever games have gone, it's been. I still can't tell. I don't think they are right now, and that's something that they still have to kind of come around to. And if they're going to become a better team, then they have to get in front of this thing. And yes, there's a lot of teams around the league that go through losing streaks. Even the best teams go through losing streaks. Tampa Bay just went through a 4-game losing streak. But how quickly can you stop it? How quickly can you get out in front of it, correct the mistakes? And it's not going to be easy. You got Tampa tonight. You got Florida on Saturday. You got Tampa again back home on Tuesday. It does not get any easier for you. These are really good teams, and teams that are determined and good. And, in Florida's case, have had your number so far this season. And in the playoffs, obviously, but so far this season, the first 2 games they played them, they beat them. So this is a really difficult stretch for the Bruins. You knew it going in, and it's proving to be that. So they have to figure out, are they a team that, can compete with these other teams, these elite teams in the league and strong teams in the league? Because they didn't show it the other day against Edmonton.
Well, and that's been kind of one of the hallmarks of the season so far is against the better teams in the league. They've taken it on the chin a number of times this year. Well, it's been a bit of a family atmosphere around the Bruins this week. The players' moms joining the team on this road trip, and that's some great timing for the Geeky family. Morgan Geeky, his mom Toby on the trip, and tonight marks the first ever on-ice meeting at any level between Morgan and his younger brother Connor Geeky, who's a rookie for the Lightning, and Morgan talked this morning about that, excited about the prospect of matching up against his brother.
It's going to be fun. It's nice to have everybody here. Everybody came down almost for this, so it'll be a fun one. It's like you said, it's our first time playing. We never really were close enough in age to play against each other. So normally we're on the same team trying to help each other out, but not tonight.
6 years separate them, right? Yeah. There's a brother in between as well, but it's a fun moment for these guys, right? He came over in a trade for. Sergachev, right, in the offseason. That was a bit of a surprise, the Sergachev trade, and going to Utah, and Geeky coming over. But I saw the two of them interacting here when Geeky was on the ice for when Morgan was on the ice for the Bruins morning skate. And, of course, his mother's here, and I think the father's coming into town. So
it's got like 12
it's a whole
people
family.
coming to the game tonight.
I mean, that really a special moment, really. That's got to be pretty cool. Never have the opportunity to do any of that, but that's got to be pretty cool to be able to play against your brother for the first time. So different player than Morgan, right? He's a little bit more offensive, and he's still kind of learning the league a little bit. He's young. He's a first-round pick. He's got some high offensive skill, but he's got to keep that pace up. Morgan's, physical guy, can score some goals, can really shoot the puck. So we'll see how this thing kind of pans out here for these two tonight.
Connor said this morning he's the more competitive of the two. Morgan said, yeah, he probably is, but you have to be when you're the youngest in the family. So meanwhile, based on morning skate today, looks like some changes on the struggling power play unit. It's been 7 games since the Bruins last scored a power play goal, and Joe Sacco's going to give it a little bit of a different look tonight.
The thought process is we're not going well, and we need to make some adjustments and we need to make some changes. We just can't keep going the same way. We did it. I did it before. We did it before a few games ago. It didn't last very long. I was probably too impatient, but we're going to go back. We're going to split up the groups again tonight and give it a look and see how it goes.
And we'll see how the Bruins do tonight. As we count down on our Bruins pregame show, we will go around the NHL, including Matt Duchene and the Stars, looking for their 6th straight win.
Since the Minnesota game, we won 5 in a row, and I think it's more the type of hockey you want to play. We're more dangerous. We're making more plays.
We'll hear more from Joe Sacco as he tries to get things turned around.
We have a tough stretch, divisional games against quality opponents. I don't think there really should be that much to get these guys motivated here tonight that we have to say.
And up next, we'll take a closer look at the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Now, final minute of regulation. Centering pass. Here, point. Stop! Oh, my. Point. 3-2.
That's all on the way here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. all while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Through the holidays, you may have thought, one day soon, I'll get back to all the things I put off for the holidays. Well, one day soon is here, and so is Macy's One Day Sale, with specials on everything you want and need right now, like 25 to 40% off active gear from Adidas, Reebok, and the North Face. With deals this good, you can treat yourself to this, that, and anything else you've been eyeing. It's time to seize your one day soon, because this one day sale starts tomorrow at Macy's. Savings off already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
You can help an old lady get across the street, save somebody from choking when they're out to eat. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5thesportshub.com.
Here comes Burns. Time running out on Carolina. Here they come in over the line. It's not going to happen. And the ball game losing streak is over. Lightning win it.
Bruins and the Tampa Bay Lightning coming up. And as you just heard, the Lightning ended a 4-game losing streak with a 3-2 win over Carolina here in Tampa on Tuesday. Despite that win, John Cooper's team trying to find their offensive game. They've scored just 8 total goals over their last 5.
It's been tough sledding here, like the last 5 games, because, scoring hasn't come as easily as it had in the past for us. And so you really have to sit back and say, listen, if we get 2, we can win this game, but we have to keep defending. And what was it? We gave up 2 to San Jose, 2 to LA, 3 to Anaheim. We're not going to count the empty netter, and then 2 again tonight. Like, those are numbers that you should be sitting here saying you're 4-1 instead of 1-4. You keep playing like that, eventually it's going to turn for you. So I've kind of liked a lot of things we've done on the defensive side of things. We just, sometimes puck doesn't go in for you all the time, and that's why it was big to get tonight.
Yeah, that's the biggest difference for me with Tampa and Boston. They go through those games, and they can easily say that they could be a lot better because of, the goals that they're allowing, and they're just not scoring, but they know the puck's going to go in the net. They've got such high-end talent up front. I mean, Kucherov's one of the best in the league, especially on that right side, whether it's the power play or even 5-on-5. Braden Point, so good offensively. They've got some other guys that can really go as well. And they're, they've had to make a lot of changes. I mean, they had to step away from Steven Stamkos. That was a massive, massive blow here to Tampa Bay. A guy that was drafted first overall here with Tampa, and, franchise icon, winning a couple Stanley Cups and what he was able to accomplish here in Tampa. And they stepped away from him. They let him go to Nashville on a free agent contract. And, that's hard decisions that they have to make here. And he wasn't the only one. There's been a few other guys that they've had to let go. Guys that have been, in favor. And Sergachev was another big one. Yeah. Salary dump, right? Because they had to make sure that they could take care of the people that they had here. So they've had to really go through a lot of changes. And I give them a lot of credit. But it's their top guys that carry them. And they carry them every night, or virtually every night. And they might dry up once in a while. But it's only a matter of time before they start putting pucks back in the net again, and that started to happen last game.
Well, you mentioned Kucherov. He's 5th in the league in points. Braden Point's 2nd in the league in goals, including 1st in the league in power play goals. Their power play is one of the best in the league as well. Right from the bumper, right? That's where Point plays. He's so good at it, and Kucherov can find him. And you'd think that, okay, if you don't have Stamkos over on that far side, well, you just find Braden Point. I was told a stat today. He's got 11 goals on 22 shots, power play. Wow. 50% shooting percentage.
From the bumper right there, yeah.
You could play in the NBA with that shooting percentage. Well, as we continue, we'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines coming up next with Joe Murray, and then we'll go around the NHL here on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You can put some change in a stranger's parking meter. Don't pick up your phone inside the movie theater. But there's one thing that'll help you the most. It's giving blood while you relax and read the Morning Post. Good karma by the pint. Give blood. Donate blood and then you just might save 3 people's lives and get a season's worth of good vibes.
Visit Rhode Island Blood Center to get your good karma by the pint.
With the VSP Individual Vision Plan, you're the one pulling the strings. Because when getting vision coverage through work isn't an option, taking care of your eye health comes with a lot of decisions that only you should make. Like choosing how to save on the lens enhancements you need, the right name brand frames for your style, and choosing your eye doctor from the nation's largest independent doctor network. Even how you enroll is up to you. Make the best decisions for your vision at the eye doctor's office, retail locations, and online with VSP Individual Vision Plans.
Hey, it's Leroy, here with a New Year's resolution for 2025 that will change your life. I'm talking about a free education at Massasoit Community College. That's right. Eligible students can explore Massasoit's robust academic options and jumpstart a new career in STEM, healthcare, business, and more at no cost, with in-person and online classes that fit your schedule. There has never been a better time to apply and enroll. Spring classes begin January 22nd, so learn more and register today at massasoit.edu.
If you need tires, think Town Fair Tire. Thinking name brands? We have them all. Thinking price? We beat the competitors. Free services? We have those too. For the guaranteed lowest price, nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody.
Town Fair Tire. Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath for Veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. ClearPath for Veterans is working with safety insurance to help New England veterans at the resource centers in Devens, Massachusetts and Manchester, New Hampshire. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to ClearPath and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub. Sports Hub headlines.
The Patriots have completed their interview with Mike Vrabel in Boston today. The team is scheduled to meet with Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson on Friday. Their request to interview Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn has been denied, and the college football playoff continues tonight. Penn State and Notre Dame. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Now open in Weymouth, Canton, Bedford, and in Natick. I'm Joe Murray, Ryan, and Bob. They'll take you around the NHL next on the 98.5, the Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
The Nissan Rogue with available Google built-in helps you make the most of your drive. Take care of the small stuff, like,
hey, Google, cool down my car.
And,
hey, Google, turn on the dog feeder.
Or change up your adventure.
Hey, Google, navigate me to the nearest music venue.
Handle your drive like a pro.
Experience the ultimate connection in the new 2024 Nissan Rogue. Now get 0% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue. Visit your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. Not equipped on all vehicles. Requires compatible device sequences, short and simulated activation of Nissan Connect services package required. Only use features when safe and legal to do so. Data rates may apply. Subject to third-party service availability. Google, Google Play, and Google Maps are trademarks of Google LLC. For well-qualified buyers, 0% APR financing for 60 months on new 2024 Rogue and dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $16.67 per month per $1,000 financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 2/3/25.
Hey, DQ fans, get 2 of your favorite single cheeseburgers for $5 or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7 with the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal. Go quick, this won't last long. Only for a limited time at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good.
The new year brings new adventures. Make sure your vehicle is ready to take on this exciting new chapter with Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They'll complete your stay-in-your-car oil change in about 15 minutes. Plus, no appointment is ever needed. Don't spend hours at the dealership. Use that extra time to work on your New Year's resolutions. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com to save 15% off your next visit and find your nearest location. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of the road ahead.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. It's time for powerful performance, plus plenty of room inside. Start your journey in a brand new vehicle. Check out the Honda Ridgeline, Pilot, or CR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Bruins getting ready to take on the Tampa Bay Lightning. We check out the action around the NHL. Some of the early starts tonight. Sabres will visit the Senators at 7 o'clock. Also at 7, it's New Jersey taking on the Rangers. Sheldon Keefe's Devils have 2 wins over the Rangers this year by a combined 10-1 score.
We can't be thinking too much about anything that's happened in the past, whether good or bad, and whether it's the Ranger games or how our road trip went, any of that kind of stuff. We got to be focused on just putting together a good 60 minutes.
Yeah, I think the Devils are one of the top teams here, especially in the East. I mean, we haven't seen them yet this year. They were the only team that had played as many games as the Bruins here in the Eastern Conference, but they're one of the top teams, and they've got the goaltending this year. Markstrom's been excellent.
Matt Duchene and the Dallas Stars visiting Philadelphia tonight. Stars haven't lost in regulation since before Christmas.
Since the Minnesota game, we won 5 in a row, and I think it's more the type of hockey you want to play. We're more dangerous. We're making more plays. Our offensive game is coming, and our defensive game has been probably the best, in terms of goals allowed in the league this year. So we want to continue that part and then continue to grow our offensive game.
I saw Matt Duchene interviewed the other day, and he actually, he talked a lot about it. It was like they've lost 2 key guys in Tyler Seguin and Marchment, and he's out for a period of time here. Seguin might be out for the year, but they've really come together in the way that they play. They're a deep team, and they're proving it right now with 2 key players out of their lineup.
Oilers, fresh off their win over the Bruins the other night, will visit Pittsburgh tonight. Kraken at the Blue Jackets. Hurricanes hosting the Maple Leafs tonight as well. Coming up next, Beersy will sit down with Bruins interim head coach Joe Sacco here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Earn your bachelor's online with UMass Lowell and grow your career options and earning power. You can easily transfer credits and accelerate your success. Begin January 21st with UMass Lowell.
Seas fans, head to the Winner's Circle in Salisbury tomorrow night from 7:30 to 9:30 to participate in the Papa Shot Challenge, where you can win tickets to an upcoming Celtics game courtesy of Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. Must be 21 plus. Rules and restrictions apply.
Hey, it's Maz. When your heating system breaks down, waiting is not an option. And at Rodenizer Home Services, they specialize in next-day heating system installations so you can get back to feeling comfortable quickly. Their expert technicians have the knowledge and support to get the job done fast and reliably. Plus, with available rebates and financing options, upgrading has never been easier. Take control of your comfort. Call Rodenizer Home Services today or visit them online at rodenizer.com to schedule your next-day installation. That's Rodenizer Home Services. Nice people, great service since 1928.
Considering testosterone replacement therapy? Patients following our approach say this is the best they've felt in years. Find out why. Book today at wellesleytestosterone.com.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx user compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
Gate City Casino is your new casino, now closer to home. Located in Nashua, New Hampshire, Gate City Casino features table games, poker, electronic craps and roulette, plus over 500 gaming machines, including all of your favorite big casino titles. Why sit in traffic when Gate City Casino is just around the corner? Gate City Casino, located at Exit 4, Route 3 in Nashua, New Hampshire.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
Our pregame interview with Joe Sacco is brought to you by Safety Insurance, providing comprehensive coverage for your auto, home, and business. Ask your independent agent about safety. We'll help you manage life's storms.
Joe, as you get set for the game here today against the Tampa Bay Lightning, obviously it's a kind of a special time, right, with all the moms in town. Take us through kind of last night, how everything went, and just kind of the feeling with the team here with them in town.
It's a great feeling for the players to have their moms here. It's a special event. I think the Bruins organization does a great job bringing them in. I know they switch it up every year. They rotate through dad's trips and mom's trips, and sometimes it's siblings. But for some reason, when the moms are here, it's a little different. Like the boys are, it seems like the energy level kicks up even a little bit more. So it was a lot of fun last night. You know, they were able to share some stories about their kids, and it was a really good environment.
How about you personally? Your mom, and just kind of as you grew up and some of the sacrifices she made?
Yeah, they make a lot of sacrifices, right? Especially when your dad's working and your mom's got to get the boys into the car, get them dressed at a young age, and take them to the rinks, and you know the practices, the early mornings. When you're a young player, you get the bad ice time, so you're always at the rink early. And I mean, they just make so many sacrifices for their children, and I think, you know, when you get to this level, it's nice to see the players be able to reward their moms for all the work that they have done, all the time they put in.
So concentrating.
My mom was no different. My mom was no different. Yeah.
So getting ready for today's game, obviously, you know, in a little bit of a rut right now. The first part of the kind of the losing, you felt you had a good chance to win those games. You know, you go back to maybe that last game against Edmonton, really probably not, right? Realistically not. How do you kind of pull yourself out of it against, and you got a tough stretch coming up here.
We do. We have a tough stretch, divisional games against quality opponents. I don't think there really should be that much to get these guys motivated here tonight that we have to say. I think the games speak for themselves, what's in front of us here tonight. This is a team that plays well in this building. We really need to have a high level of compete here tonight, especially, well, all game, but we have to be ready to start tonight. They come out quick in this building. We've seen it over the years against this team. So I think the start's going to be important for us, following it through for the full 60. But our level of compete tonight really needs to be at a high level. Like, when I say high level, I mean like one-on-one battles, dots to boards, net front, both ends. It's going to have to be really, really high for us.
So I'd take you back to the defensive zone. You know, that's been a pretty good structure for you guys since you kind of took over. Where has it kind of fallen apart the last maybe couple of games for you?
I don't think it's falling apart so much in the D zone. It's our puck play and our lack of execution and turning the puck over too much lately. I think when we get into those situations, I don't care how good your structure is. When you have a turnover in the D zone, typically it's going to lead to a quick play around the net front, and that's where you hope that you have your layers and your structure in place. And that hasn't been the sharpest either the last couple of games. The back of the net to the slot, they found a couple of times last game against us for goals. But both of those goals are somewhat off of poor puck management. So we have to manage the puck better. We have to be more efficient with it. We either have to make sure that we have someone available for support where we can come out clean. If not, we have to have support that's going to come off the wall, and we got to work it out from there. And I just think right now it's more about our execution and our puck play right now than anything.
You changed the power play units. I know you did it a few games ago. You're going back to it here again today. What do you just? I know it's been a problem all year, but what are you trying to emphasize with these new units?
Well, to produce, I think, you know, when we look at it, it just right now it's not working with that top unit. We've tried different things. We've made some adjustments and tweaks. We're just feeling right now that we need two units to go out there, compete against each other for the power play time, which is never a bad thing either. And, you know, staying patient with it probably a little bit longer than I did last time. I moved away from it fairly quick last time, but we're just looking again for what on the power play. Just take what's given to you. We do pre-scouts, and teams pre-scout us, and obviously we have 88 on an elbow, so teams start to take him away. What are we going to do differently? Right? What are we looking for if they take him away? So it's about the adjustments that we're trying to make, and really, again, I said it before, we got to get tighter to the net. The puck has to come into the slot. Well, we have to find a way to get that.
Last one for you, Tampa Bay. They went through a little losing streak as well, but they won their last game. So when they're at their best, what do they look like?
When they're at their best, they look like a team that comes through the neutral zone with a lot of speed, and they play hard. Like, they're a hard team. They play hard. They've had a lot of success over the years. Obviously, that's well noted. But I think people underestimate how hard they work and how hard they compete. But and that to me is their strength. They have the skill up front. Their top line's extremely dangerous. Their power play starting to run again at an efficient rate. So we need to be disciplined in the areas of the ice so we're not taking unnecessary penalties. We're getting them because their power play is good, their transition game is good. And then in the offensive zone, they like to spread it out more so than other teams. 86 is going to be on the half wall over there, even 5-on-5. So we've got to do a good job of protecting middle ice, taking away seam passes.
Thanks, Joe. Good luck here tonight.
Okay.
That's head coach Joe Sacco. Bruins Lightning next.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 95 Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station.
As the clock starts to run out, Trent Frederick gets into a little dust-up, but the officials will calm that down. Siren sounds, and the game is over. Oilers with a 4-0 win here at TD Garden tonight. After being shut out by the Oilers on Tuesday night, the Bruins' losing streak reached 5 in a row and left Charlie Coyle and the team searching for ways to get back to their identity.
Something that we need to work on, clearly. We know it's in here. We've seen it. We've shown it. This last little stretch, though, we've swayed away from it. For whatever reason that is.
The task won't get any easier as they open up a 2-game Florida road trip tonight in Tampa Bay. It's the Bruins and the Lightning coming up next.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers.
Cross to Esposito, shot.
Nathan Horton wins Game 7 in overtime. David Pasternak wins the series for the Bruins. The rebound to Trent Frederick, and the Bruins are back in front by 2.
The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Safety Insurance, Peerless Boilers, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
Backhand and a save, Thomas. Swayman made a great stop at the far post.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Back to Orr. Put in. Backhand score, a penalty shot for Raymond Bourque.
David Pasternak calls game, and the Bruins win it 2-1. Bergeron, and the Bruins win the series.
Now here's Ryan Johnston and Bob Beers.
The Bruins have come to Tampa for their first meeting of the year between Boston and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And as we get ready for this one, we just heard Charlie Coyle talking about trying to get back to their identity. It's a tough task to do that against this Tampa Bay Lightning team tonight.
One of the highest scoring teams in the league, whether it's 5-on-5 or whether it's on the power play. They're potent in both ends or both areas of their game, and that's going to be something for the Bruins if they're going to get back to their identity. It is defending, and they've gotten away from it here recently. They've left their goaltenders hung out to dry a couple of occasions. Way too many slot chances, way too many grade A chances. That area has to be so much better for them, and that has to be their focus here today against a Tampa team that can light it up, offensively. Where can you try to get to Tampa? Well, they're feeling better about their game because they won their last one after losing a few in a row. They feel better about the way that they're playing. They're good on home ice, and they're really good at the start of games, so the Bruins have to be ready at the drop of the puck.
And they're excellent in both facets of special teams tonight, and we know that the Bruins have been struggling mightily on the power play, and so that's going to be a focus throughout the course of this game.
Well, it'll be a focus in the sense that the Bruins have made changes personnel-wise on the power play. They've divided the units, and they did that a few games ago, and as Joe Sacco said, he didn't stick with it very long. We'll see if they stick with it tonight. They haven't had a lot of power play opportunities, but when they have, they've been unsuccessful, and they really haven't driven to be able to get a lot of momentum from some of those power plays, even when you don't score.
Tonight's Keys to the Game brought to you by Town Fair Tire. For the guaranteed lowest prices on tires, go to Town Fair Tire, because nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody. The opening face-off coming up from Tampa Bay here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
With the VSP Individual Vision Plan, you're the one pulling the strings. Because when getting vision coverage through work isn't an option, taking care of your eye health comes with a lot of decisions that only you should make. Like choosing how to save on the lens enhancements you need, the right name brand frames for your style, and choosing your eye doctor from the nation's largest independent doctor network. Even how you enroll is up to you. Make the best decisions for your vision at the eye doctor's office, retail locations, and online with VSP Individual Vision Plans.
Tip off every Celtics game all season long with great tasting, less filling Miller Lite, the original light beer. Miller Lite, official partner of the 2024 World Champion Boston Celtics. When it's game time, it's Miller time, Celtics fans.
Hey, it's Zoe here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCENightTrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath for veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. ClearPath for Veterans is working with Safety Insurance to help New England veterans at the Resource Center in Devens, Massachusetts. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to ClearPath and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Public service.
Back here in Tampa as we get ready for the Bruins and the Tampa Bay Lightning prior to the national anthems. A moment of silence being held in remembrance of former President Jimmy Carter, who passed away recently. The National Day of Mourning today.
Enduring legacy of Jimmy Carter now with a moment of silence. Thank you. And now, with the presentation of our nation's colors, please welcome the Gaither High School Navy Junior ROTC Guard. And we're honored to be joined by an Army veteran and Bronze Star recipient who served our nation in the Vietnam War as a combat medic with the infantry and with the Air Cavalry's Medevac helicopter platoon, landing in hot zones to speed care to injured soldiers. Thankfully, he survived being shot down twice. Tampa Bay, please welcome and salute Specialist Dale McGuff. Now let's sing loud and proud with Mia Sachdev as she performs our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly struck.
Getting set for the opening face-off here in Tampa between the Lightning and the Bruins. We'll take a look at our starting lineups here tonight. In goal for the Lightning is Andrei Vasilevsky. On defense, the pairing of Ryan McDonough and Eric Chernak. And up front, Mitchell Chaffee, Nick Paul, and Mikey Eyssimont. For the Bruins, Jeremy Swayman goes in goal, Nikita Zadorov and Charlie McAvoy, your defensemen. Up front, Brad Marchand, Elias Lindholm, and Charlie Coyle. Starting lineups are brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code SportsHub. That's code SportsHub for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
And the first 5 minutes of tonight's game presented by your New England Ford dealers. Tonight's New England Ford dealers' first 5 contestant of the game is Nicholas Finn of Brockton, Massachusetts. If the Bruins score in the first 5 minutes, Nicholas will win a pair of tickets for a future Bruins game, courtesy of the New England Ford dealers. Enter the contest at 985thesportshub.com. Bruins in the road, white sweaters, white helmets, black pants. Tampa in blue from head to toe with white numbers and trim. And the Lightning will control the opening face-off as Chernak gets it dumped into the Bruins zone. Boston will go from right to left here in the first period. Marchand able to get it out of the zone and now finds a loose puck in the neutral ice. Passed it up the middle for Lindholm and played it down into the right wing corner. Pivoting into that far corner was Chaffee, but the Bruins able to regain. McAvoy with a straight-on shot from the blue line goes wide to the left. It'll be lifted up and out of the zone, and in the neutral ice, McAvoy comes back and gets a hit on Eyssimont as the puck comes into the Bruins zone. Zadorov plays it off the side of the net toward the near circle. Now swings it toward the left side for Pavel Zacha just on a line change. Here's Pastrnak cutting toward the right wing, just onside. Puck played into the middle, picked off by Cirelli. Volleyed around the Lightning blue line on the near side. It's Hedman trying to get it past Zacha, forced it back in deep behind the Lightning net. Around to the far side, it comes out into the neutral ice. Cirelli will dump it into the right wing corner. Chasing in there is Connor Geeky. A centering pass is broken up by Carlo. Zacha deals to Morgan Geeky on the near side and out into the neutral ice. So the brothers get out on the ice in the first shift together, wearing the opposite color uniforms. Off the near side boards, it is Morgan Geeky to start it up the left wing for the Bruins. From the red line, he dumps it in, goes around past Vasilevsky behind the net. Frederick skates onto it along the far right wing side, then lost his footing as he went into the corner against Point. Lightning will get it cleared out to neutral ice, and Lori dumps it right back in from the red line. Vasilevsky plays it away from the side of his net. A bouncing puck comes out across the blue line. It'll be dumped right back in, and Vasilevsky goes behind the net to play it again. Closing in on 2 minutes gone here in the first period. Lilleberg will pass it up into the neutral ice. Directed deep here by Kucherov. It'll be spun back toward the near side wall, and the Bruins trying to get it out and do. Controlled in the neutral ice by Chernak. Gave it up and got it right back from McDonough. Now McDonough coming out toward his own blue line. Skates it up to the red. Pass redirected deep by Atkinson. Spun toward the near side. Got through Chernak as he and Kastelik came together. It'll trickle all the way back down into Tampa territory.
Twice in the same shift that Kastelik's finished a hit on Chernak. Chernak didn't like it the first time.
Luke Glendening will play deep into the Bruins zone. Atkinson gets in there on the forecheck. Kastelik in that far corner, able to push it ahead. And now pivoted back toward the Bruin net by Beecher. McAvoy into the neutral zone, lifted into the attack zone by Pastrnak as he gets in after it in the near corner, but Radish was there, and the puck will be volleyed back out into the neutral ice and bounces toward Parker Wotherspoon. McAvoy steered one off of Zacha's skate, off to that right side. Geeky got it across for Pastrnak, got it back across, and Wotherspoon's one-timer turned away in front.
Vasilevsky thought he had it covered, and that puck got away from him there.
Radish along the near boards will play it out to Hagel in the neutral ice and carried ahead by Cirelli. Dropped it off. Connor Geeky with a shot. Save made right at the top of his crease. Swayman hangs on to it.
Yeah, Connor Geeky's got a pretty good shot and a good young player that's still kind of developing, still kind of rounding into his size as well. Needs to develop a little bit more strength, especially for a long NHL season. But both teams with opportunities there. One from Wotherspoon out at the point, and there was a rebound available. Nobody able to come up with it, and then that one by Geeky. Sounds like there's a lot of Bruins fans, as there usually are here. They've had the chant going early. Yeah, and I know it's early, but it seems like a lot of empty seats, does it not?
A late arriving crowd, certainly. They've got it's
well, it's nice weather outside, and people are
People complaining about how cold it is down here as the puck goes out of play. It was 53 degrees when we landed yesterday, and my Uber driver last night was complaining about how cold it was. I didn't even have a jacket on.
Well, I laughed today. People were complaining this afternoon. It wasn't as warm as it usually is here, but it was pretty nice.
Meanwhile, the folks listening back in New England who are going through a massive cold snap as the puck won by Elias Lindholm here on the faceoff in the defensive zone. Zadorov got it from McAvoy. They'll start ahead. Marchand gets the cross-ice pass, leaves it on the near boards for Lindholm, sweeps it around behind the net. Chasing around to the far boards, and Marchand got a hit on Mitchell Chayfield on that far wall, but the Lightning will get it out. Eyssimont directed into the Bruins zone. McAvoy right there. Swings in front of Swayman. Marchand sends a cross-ice pass to Charlie Coyle. Steps across the line. Throws one toward the front of the net. Lindholm was coming down the slot, but Vasilevsky steered that away. Ernak's stick fell apart as he went to play the puck in the near corner, and now the Bruins get in after it. As Kastelik to Koepke to Beecher. Left wing circle shot was blocked off into the far corner. Pete got it back to Kastelik at the blue line. His shot got through and hit the post.
Yeah, Kastelik, he rotated out high that time. He ripped a couple this morning watching morning skate.
Puck comes out of the zone over the head of Loride.
It wasn't even a back scratching one timer. He just ripped that for like a snapshot from the blue line.
Lightning win control of the puck here. Kucherov from the red line. Sends it ahead. Point will give chase in the near corner. Reversed back around by Pete. They battle for it out of the corner. It came back to the point and over to the far side. Here is Point. Moving toward the top of the face-off circle far side. Under pressure from Kastelik. Able to pivot back toward the wall and stay with it. Now under pressure from Koepke. They get it across toward the near side. And Perbix threw one in front. Point with a chance. And Swayman down on his side to make the save and cover it.
Well, it's kind of a give and go, right? They move that puck over to Perbix over on the right point. Braden Point moves it over to him, and then he attacks the net. And the Bruins don't play it man on man. So you're looking to hand a guy off there, but there's no coverage, and Koepke's got to chase him all the way to the net, and it leaves him open. So a little bit of a breakdown there for the Bruins. They're occupied with people in front. The defensemen are, and nobody kind of keeps an eye on that lane back door looking for Point on the give and go.
Terrific stop by Swayman, who reached out with the paddle of the stick as that puck started to get behind him. Boyle will get it around behind the Lightning net. Lindholm reversed it around to the far side. Carlo rushes over there to keep that puck in. Marchand up against Hedman. Hedman able to win that battle and play it out into the neutral zone. Wotherspoon steers away from Eyssimont. And it'll be dumped back in by Coyle around to the far side. Lindholm out of the corner, looking in front for Marchand. Vasilevsky got a piece of that and then gets it covered after it gets shoveled back into the crease by Chafee.
That's some good pressure by the Bruins offensively, right? Yeah, that opportunity there from Kastelik last shift off the post. And then even though they're kind of pushing that puck back under Vasilevsky, they get to the front of the net, the Bruins do. Win a battle along the boards. Joe Sacco talked about that in our pregame show. We need to win one-on-one battles. That's the key for us tonight if we're going to get back on the winning track. One of the keys.
There are a number of them.
Yes.
Things that need to be cleaned up here over the course of this 5-game losing streak. Sacco will take the draw in the offensive zone here. Puck pulled to the side of the Lightning net around the near side, and Connor Geeky will play it to the blue line, but not out. Zaka takeaway. Over to Pasternak, moving to his right. Took the shot. Vasilevsky the save. Rebound popped up in the air, and Connor Geeky will steer it ahead for Hagel. Coming into the Boston zone, Cirelli over to the right side, and Connor Geeky put it wide. Morgan Geeky now between the circles. He feeds one ahead. Pasternak trying to get the jump on everyone. Turns around out near the Tampa Bay blue line. Gave it off for Zaka. Down deep it comes past Morgan Geeky onto the far side. Pasternak got it back to McAvoy. Sacco in a little give and go and didn't connect on that far circle. Now Pasternak got it from McAvoy for a one-timer and the stop by Vasilevsky. On the end boards, we've got 13:35 to go here in the first period. No score. Frederick angles it off the boards. Zadorov will try a long shot. Missed the net to the glove side. Pasternak will work it back to Lohrei at the near point. He sends it down toward the end boards. Frederick able to peel away from McDonough. Try to get it out in front. Cirelli got a stick on that. Now Pasternak with a drive. That's blocked.
He wanted it. He had the stick up. He was looking for the pass from Frederick.
Hagel hands it off coming ahead. Cam Atkinson along the right wing circle. Lilleberg sent one off the outside of Swayman's net. Bruins look to move out. And Frederick cutting toward the left wing side will play it in deep to the Lightning zone. Herbix sets up behind Vasilevsky. Starts to skate it out up the middle. Pass gets into the Bruins zone. Down the left wing circle, a shot that tipped up off the top of the net. Swayman scrambling, trying to cover, could not. It'll come out to the blue line. And Herbix under pressure from Marchand. Into the near corner and around behind the net. A tough angle shot along the far side by Atkinson. Swayman up against the post to make that save. Kept into the blue line and sent around behind the Bruins net all the way to the near side point. Gergensons threw one in front. It came ricocheting back off for Atkinson and Swayman on top of it.
Gergensons that had the initial shot from the left wing side. Peakett lost his balance. It gave him a lot of room coming in. I don't know what that went off of, but that puck bounced off the top of the net and then right in front of Swayman.
So a stoppage with 12:18 to go here in the first period. No score early on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Hi, this is Bob Sosi, voice of New England football. You've heard me talk about ClearPath for Veterans and safety insurance. Now New Hampshire residents can also support our veterans and save on auto insurance. ClearPath for Veterans is working with safety insurance to help New England veterans at the resource centers in Devens, Massachusetts and Manchester, New Hampshire. Safety policyholders can make a $50 tax-deductible donation to ClearPath and earn a 5% discount on your safety automobile insurance. New Hampshire and Massachusetts residents can say thanks to those who serve and get rewarded. Visit safetyforvets.com.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
The first 5 minutes of tonight's game were brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Start your year with an award-winning SUV or get winter ready with the Ford F-Series. 12:18 to go here in the first period. No score between the Bruins and the Lightning.
Yeah, that shot from Gergensons came from the left wing side, and it banked off of Atkinson in the front, or off the far side, off of Jeremy Swayman's left, and then right off the top of the net and down in front of Swayman. And then he made another good save there in front as well. Swayman did, moving from left to right to cover that puck up.
Face off in the defensive zone.
Should mention during that commercial break, they were previewing the announcement that came yesterday, the official announcement that came yesterday, that the Bruins and the Lightning will host the Bruins February 1st next year, 2026, in the Stadium Series down here in Tampa.
Yeah, Raymond James Stadium, home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That, along with the Winter Classic, going to be held at the Miami Marlins ballpark. The Florida Panthers will host that next year. So
that's a retractable roof, is it not?
Is.
Okay, so
yeah, if it gets too warm, they can close up the roof.
But Raymond James is not.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
So should be interesting. I was reading a little bit about how they plan on building the ice. They're going to put almost like a circus tent over top of it as they're getting the ice ready in the 2 weeks prior to that game. Will be a night game, so you won't have to worry about the sunshine.
Like Lake Tahoe.
I was just thinking that. Of the face-off in the Bruins zone, it'll come along the near side.
Learn from your mistakes.
Marchand. Absolutely. Puck is dumped in here. Vasilevsky will steer it around the far boards. Poke free here by Lindholm. Got it to Marchand for the shot, and Vasilevsky at the top of his crease hangs on to it.
Yeah, I had Lindholm in front that time, looking for any rebound, and shot came from Marchand right from the middle of the ice, high slot. Had a couple good looks. So have the Lightning.
Yeah, Bruins, talking about trying to get this thing turned around tonight. Felt like their first few shifts, they, got into a decent rhythm offensively.
Far better than the game against Edmonton.
No question. They were back on their heels almost immediately in that game. As the puck sent around the near boards, Zadorov from the point with a shot. That's blocked in front by McDonough. And out come the Lightning with Hagel sending a cross-ice pass onto the stick of Connor Geeky. Takes a hit from Zadorov. Came back to the point. They work it toward the far side. McDonough got it in front looking for Geeky. That was broken up. Cirelli tapped it back to the point, and the shot by Chernak turned aside. On the end boards, they battle for possession. Connor Geeky waited around toward the near corner, and Hagel throws one to the net from a tough angle. This time, came toward the near corner. Thought it was going to be controlled. And Zacha going to get called for a trip here as Hagel went down.
Yeah, not much of an argument from Pavel Zacha as he goes to the box here. Hagel tried to spin on him, I think, on that along the boards.
Boston penalty number 18. 2 minutes.
Tampa's power play, 4th ranked in the league, will get their first crack at it early on. 26.6% on the season. They've got 30 power play goals in 38 games so far this year. And the man has been Braden Point. 11 power play goals, leads the league in that department.
And we talked about the stat earlier, right?
Yeah.
22 shots. He's got 11 goals on the power play.
Kucherov will set it up from the right circle.
The Bruins just completely converge on him. They still get it to him.
Here's Point in the slot with a shot, and it hit the post, and then the rebound on the far side. Swayman had to scramble back into position. Hedman, center blue line with a shot. That one hit Hagel, it looked like, and kicked into the far corner. Hagel behind the net now. They'll play it off toward the far side. Right back down low it comes to it. Kucherov at the right wing circle. Point set up in front. Zadorov going to keep himself in between Kucherov and Point.
And the strong side forward.
Hagel goes down low. Try to get it back toward Gensel. It'll come ricocheting around the boards to Kucherov at the right circle. Poke check by Beecher, but Kucherov regains. Right down low again, and right back to Kucherov at that right side hash mark. They'll work it back to Hedman. Hedman tried to get it toward the front, blocked by Lindholm. He comes up hobbling and heads to the bench as the Bruins change the penalty killers.
That was pretty well defended right there, but an unbelievable pass from Kucherov. Saucer between a couple of sticks to get that puck to Point off the post.
Parker Wotherspoon tried to clear it off the far boards, but it's kept in by Hagel. Now McAvoy from that far circle. He will get it out, and all the way down to Vasilevsky it goes. 35 to go on the Zacha penalty. Kucherov in the neutral ice, trying to drop it back, and Radish had to pivot back to get it. Now he will start it up ice. Lightning moving from left to right. Point from the red line. Sends it over to Connor Geeky down into the far corner. Bruins regain around the near side. Gensel will keep it alive. They work it to Point again on the inside of that faceoff circle, and that one just wide.
Bruins tried to wrap that puck around. It's just, the Lightning are right there. It's not hard enough to get it out.
Kucherov goes rink wide, overshot Gensel. Puck comes toward the near corner. Wotherspoon will push it out of the zone. Stepping out of the box, Zacha. Puck came to him, and he had Geeky going down the far side, but couldn't get the pass over there. Bruins.
Kucherov's still out there. He's finally going to go to the bench now. So why not?
Yeah. Well, much like Pasternak on that first power play unit. Let him go for as long as he can. Out in the neutral ice here, it's Lohrei. Pasternak near the red line. Able to keep it moving past Radish. Trying to cut to his right. And it's taken away by Hagel in the back check. Lofted back into the Bruins zone here by Gergensen. Lohrei, peak. Both there along the end wall. Lohrei able to pivot away from Hagel. Send it up the far boards. Thrown toward the net. Kicked out of there. And an outlet pass from Zacha looking to spring Pasternak on a break. It got past him. Cernak and McDonough back for the Lightning. 8:05 to go here in the first period. Scoreless. Puck comes bouncing in wide of Swayman. Zadorov pulls it out of the near corner. Sends up ice here for Oliver Wahlstrom. Banking one ahead, trying to find Brazo getting into the Lightning zone. Battle for possession. Perbix knocked down by Wahlstrom. Along the end boards. Still trying to find the handle. Wahlstrom goes down, gets back up, tried to play the puck, but stolen by Lilleberg. And from the far boards, he'll get it out. Brazo with a hefty hit over there on Lilleberg. McAvoy and Zadorov back paired together tonight. Off the near board, Zadorov's pass picked off by Paul, but defensive play made by Beecher to kick that puck back out of the zone.
He bypassed the easy one to McAvoy, tried to go up the wall that time.
Beecher goes down in the near corner along with Atkinson. Zadorov got it behind the net to McAvoy. Bruins trying to clear out of the zone. Kastelik lost it coming out to the blue line. Stick broken here for Glendening, and a penalty coming against the Bruins.
2 turnovers by the Bruins going to lead to a power play for the Lightning here.
Hedman plays it across ice. Radish moved it down the wall. Now back toward the blue line for Atkinson. Now Radish again along that right wing side. Extra skater on here with the delayed penalty. Kucherov with it out at the blue line. Played it off the end boards to Atkinson. Tried to get it back to Kucherov. Missed, and that one will go all the way back down.
This is all with 6 guys on the ice and Vasilevsky on the bench right now. Delayed penalty.
Kucherov from the near face-off circle in his own zone. Goes to the left side for Hedman. Hedman chased back deeper into his zone, hacking away to try to win that puck was Lindholm, and now it's touched up by Marchand, and so the power play will get a second opportunity here in the first period. Will the Lightning with 6:19 to go and a scoreless game. Slashing is the call. And we will step aside. No score here in the first, but the Lightning back to the power play when we come back on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club. Politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize. And turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time. Hey, it's Zoe here, and you guys know as well as I do, when you're faced with a rebuild year, it's all about staying 2 steps ahead of the competition. Oakers Technologies has a history of shaping the future. For over 100 years, they made their clients future ready, helping revamp their technology and IT systems to meet their ever-evolving needs. They're a New England company that gets it, delivering the attention of a local team with the skill to be your single-source IT partner. From full IT infrastructure rebuilds to your everyday AV upgrades, Oakers Technologies makes it easy to be future ready. Proud partner of your New England Patriots.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Bruins Nikita Zadorov to the box for slashing. And Tampa will go to the power play here with 6:19 to go in the first period in a scoreless game.
Yeah, just kind of catching a replay of the first chance from Braden Point on the power play. They ripped it off the post. It's an unbelievable saucer pass from Kucherov on the right wing elbow. He's on the right wing side. Call it the half wall, call it the elbow, whatever you want. But Bruins are really keying on Point, denying him the puck. Kucherov still gets it to him. It's just...
Kucherov's got it along the right wing side. Hedman gives it back to him near the top of the face-off circle. Hedman, center of the blue line. They'll work it off to that far side. Hagel, cross back. Kucherov and Hedman play catch with it. Kucherov centered for point. That one broken up by Lindholm and cleared.
Kucherov's so good, so smart. He's so different than a guy like McDavid, who the Bruins just saw. He's always in motion, McDavid is. And Kucherov, he'll just kind of settle things down on that right wing side, or he's just so good at making the right decisions.
Minute 20 to go on this power play for Tampa Bay. Gensel played it into the right wing corner. They work it back to him. Now center of the blue line. Thrown toward the net. Redirected into the near corner. They get it back to Hedman up top. Rolled over his stick, and he has to hustle to keep it in at the blue line. Shoots it around behind the Bruins net. McAvoy went for it, didn't get it. Centering pass, point fanned on it. It'll come back to Hedman. He sent it down into the near circle, but that's picked off.
One too many passes there for Hedman.
But the Lightning able to keep that puck in. Gensel had it knocked off his stick by McAvoy. Down to Hagel. Now Hedman at the left point. Hagel top of the left circle. Works toward the dot. Then turns back. Puck deflected by Marchand, but kept in again by Hedman. Kucherov the right side. Got through him this time. Hedman at the blue line keeps in. Gets it down deep. Gensel sends one across. They try to work it back in front for Kucherov. Taken away by Coyle and clear.
Yeah, not happy that time. I think that's Hagel that's kind of scratching his head as he goes back to the bench, frustrated with himself, tried to make that extra pass out front. It's twice during that sequence that they tried to make one extra pass, and the Bruins recovered well with their stick position.
Braden Point got it back into the Bruins zone. Carlo in the far corner. Wotherspoon there as well. Final 5 seconds of the Zadorov penalty. Kucherov's pass redirected out of the zone by Beecher. So the Bruins 2 for 2 on the penalty kill here in the first period. We're still scoreless with 4:13 left on the clock. And that puck jumps out of play into the Tampa Bay bench. And that'll bring us to a timeout. No score, Bruins and Lightning, here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
You turned your dating app for pets into a business, which just turned over its first billion. You turned around the fortunes of a failing football club, politely turned down a Nobel Peace Prize, and turned up on Mars in your own reusable rocket. All while struggling to turn on the dishwasher. There's more to imagine when you listen. Discover business development titles on Audible.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
I'm Jennifer Garner. You may know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card because it makes everything we do even more rewarding. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles on every purchase means we earn more too. And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/VentureXBusiness.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
4:11 to go here in the first period. Bruins and Lightning are scoreless. Boston has already killed off 2 penalties in this one. That's something that they're going to have to watch tonight. You do not want to give this Lightning team too many of those opportunities.
No, they're just too dangerous, and they showed it by. Just they're almost too casual. Tampa is. They're just so confident, uber confident, on the power play. And you just watch Kucherov. He's just so calm. Hedman's calm at the point. Braden Point knows how to get himself open, make himself available, even though teams are keying on him. Does Hagel have the ability to be Stamkos in the left wing side? No, but hasn't hurt them much. Hagel's still a very good player. Don't get me wrong, but it's like you get that one-timer ability of Stamkos in the left wing circle.
There aren't too many who have done it better over the years than him. An attack zone face-off here for Pavel Zacha to resume things.
That was going to be the question. Can they, as the puck was out of play, can they, without Stamkos' threat in the left wing circle, can they still be effective with the man advantage? Obviously,
fourth in the league.
Yes.
Say they've answered that through the first half of the season. Speaking of first half, they have not reached anywhere close to the halfway point yet.
God,
This is their 39th game of the year. The Bruins 44th.
5 games in hand on the Bruins. They're 1 point behind them in the standings. So that's why you got Tampa tonight. You got Tampa on Tuesday back in Boston. Sandwich around the Florida game on Saturday. But the first 2 games against the Lightning, who are right behind you in the standings, but like you said, with the games in hand.
Really need to get some points against them as the centering pass here in front of Swayman is taken away by Morgan Geeky. Pasternak will play it up the left wing side. Geeky's got it just inside the zone, but turned back. And Zadorov having to retreat back now against Connor Geeky from the near corner. Connor sends it around the far side. It'll come whistling back behind Swayman. Herbix shoved by Zadorov. Morgan Geeky out of the far corner. Drops it back here for McAvoy. 3:13 to go here in the first period. McAvoy skating up toward the red line. Pass ahead. Picked off of the Lightning blue line and volleyed back over to Zadorov now. Frederick up the left side. Finds Brazo right in front. Wahlstrom. Backhand save made. Got the rebound and puts a forehand in on Vasilevsky.
Wahlstrom needs one to drop for him. Now he's getting the opportunities, and he's got to bury one.
He's got the puck now on the left wing circle.
It's another good pass from Brazo.
Brazo trying to drag it out from behind the net. Willeberg trying to hold him at bay. He'll come around the far boards, and Carlo with a blast. That's gloved by Vasilevsky. Hangs on to it with 2:37 to go in a scoreless first.
Yeah, it's a nice pass from Brazo over on the left wing side. He's got the puck along the wall, and he spins to get this puck to Wahlstrom, who gets behind everybody, and he's in alone. He tries to go backhand with the first attempt. Vasilevsky makes the save, comes right back to him point blank as it bounces off of Perbix's leg, and he spins and gets the forehand chance away as well. The frustration has to be mounting a little bit for a guy that knows how to put the puck in the net, has a good shot, and they always say, right, if you're getting the chances, it's going to go in at some point. He's getting the chances. Now it has to go in.
The 9th game since joining the Bruins, picked up off waivers from the Islanders, has not registered a point as of yet.
And that's...
There's Brazo centering one. Wahlstrom on the doorstep, knocked away. Frederick got it left circle, and his shot rising up and over the glass.
Fans, Between the Pipes is sponsored by Charles D. Sheehy. If you're in the piping trades, you need to call Charles D. Sheehy, Boston's premier piping and mechanical product supplier. CDS is your local leader. Between the Pipes, for the Tampa Bay Lightning here tonight is Andrei Vasilevsky, and for the Bruins, it's Jeremy Swayman.
Swayman, in his last 9 starts, has a 2.12 goals against and a .912 save percentage, and the record is just 4-4-1, however, despite those stellar numbers. Vasilevsky, of course, 2-time Cup winner, Conn Smythe winner, Vezina winner, having another pretty good year. Here is Lindholm trying to test him, coming toward the near side post. Vasilevsky holding his ground. Coyle out of the right wing corner. Pivots back in behind the Lightning net. Puck swept off his stick, but kept deep here by Wotherspoon. Marchand behind the net, working against Radish as they go into the far corner. Back to Carlo with the right point. Now deep it comes, past the outstretched stick of Marchand. It'll be Kucherov to play it toward the middle of the blue line. Came just outside. Bruins get it back in, but steered out of there by Luke Glendening. Radish will skate it up through the neutral ice. Steps in across the Boston line and gets it around behind Swayman. Carlo knocked point away from it. Out of the near corner, puck came loose to Gensel. Dropped it back, and the one-timer by Chernak is gobbled up by Swayman.
Yeah, you get a good look at it. Pretty routine save for Swayman. He made some good saves this period, but that one nice and routine, and he doesn't let any rebound get away from him.
Face-off in the defensive zone here for the Bruins. A minute 39 left in this scoreless first. Shots are 9-8 in favor of the Lightning so far.
With a couple power plays. Both teams have hit a post.
Not to mention that one that bounced off the top of the net for the Lightning.
I don't know if it was even a shot on goal, but it was right. Something. It's a good chance.
Beecher overskated the puck coming out toward his own blue line. Now the Lightning scramble back into offensive possession as Atkinson dropped one off for the one-timer.
That can't happen. It just can't happen.
It's unforced error there.
It's completely unforced. He just overskates the puck, and he's got possession of it, but you know, they make a nice play to him. I think it was McAvoy. He makes a nice play to him in the middle, and then he overskates it, and all of a sudden Tampa gets, you know, a shot from the point with some traffic in front. Swayman fortunate to be able to pick that puck up through some traffic and make a glove save, but like that's...
They face off. Puck came back toward the blue line. Collision between Koepke and Lilleberg. Lilleberg's stick broke. He's headed back to the bench as a puck gets redirected just wide by Gergensen.
And we say it, and it's talking about turnovers are going to happen. You understand that, but the unforced ones are the ones that just would drive a coach crazy. You just see Joe Sacco's body language over on the bench when that happened.
Hagel, a turnaround shot blocked by Zadorov. McAvoy going at it in front with Cirelli, knocked him down.
Cirelli's going to go at it with everybody. That's the way he plays.
Perbix coming back down the right wing circle. Here's Cirelli skating to a puck on the left circle, and that shot goes wide. Gergensen's got it back to the point. McDonough a shot and finds the backboards.
That was tipped out high.
And Morgan Geeky will start the Bruins up ice, sends it deep for Pasternak, but Vasilevsky goes behind the net and steers it back around the near side. Perbix's pass back through neutral ice. Directs in towards Swayman. He shot it off the far boards, but not out of the zone, as Hagel will send it back around behind the Bruins net.
That Swayman had peeked there as an outlet if he wanted him, but he tried bypassing.
Played back toward the far side. Here's Hedman stepping toward the high slot. His shot goes up off the back glass. Geeky in the near corner. So he played into the middle, and now out of the zone it comes with Zacha. Final 4 seconds to go here in the period as Zacha gets a shot in on Vasilevsky. He makes the save. Lohrei tried for one more, but the buzzer sounds, and Chernak didn't seem to appreciate that, but I thought he got that off before the siren, so that'll end the first period. Bruins outshot 10-9 by the Lightning. Neither team on the board despite 2 Tampa Bay power plays. And we'll be back with our first intermission coming up on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V. It's your
The quarterback is the heartbeat of a team. Your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles, one home at a time.
Oh, such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you could do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
What, you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Save up to 40% at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
How would you like to get in the best shape, the healthiest shape of your life for less than $5 a day? I'm Body CEO Carl Deichler. That's Body with an I. And I've got your healthy bundle with a world-class workout, healthy eating plan, plus the healthiest and most delicious nutrition shake that will make you feel amazing and really improve your digestion, if you know what I mean. All for less than $5 a day. This is your healthy bundle, your workout, your easy eating plan, and a delicious nutrition shake called Shakeology. And if you don't lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in your first 3 weeks, I'll give you your money back. Imagine a trainer and dietitian giving you all this for less than $5 a day, plus a healthy superfood shake that curbs cravings, helps you lose weight, and gives you healthy energy. It's unprecedented, and it's your healthy bundle. So write down this web address. Go to yourhealthybundle.com. That's yourhealthybundle.com, and see how healthy and fit you can get for less than $5 a day.
The Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Gary Bettman, we talked about a lot of what's been going on with the league, potential expansion and all of that. And, of course, with the announcement yesterday that the Bruins and Lightning are going to play an outdoor game here in Tampa next February. Good chance to go back and revisit some of his thoughts in the early part of this season. NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman joining us at TD Garden earlier this year.
What a wonderful ceremony. And to think that the Bruins have been in Boston playing hockey for 100 years. It's truly remarkable, and it's a testament to the organization and, most importantly, the great hockey fans here in Boston.
You know, you've also worked closely with, since you came into the league, with Jeremy Jacobs, and we were talking about him a little bit off the air. He's owned the team since 1975, almost half of it.
No, it's
right?
half of the 100 years.
just your dealings with him, and I know the Board of Governors and different things like that, and how you've gotten to know him over the years.
Well, he's actually, I think for at least the last 20 years, has been the chairman of the Board of Governors. He is intimately involved with all league affairs. He knows the game and the business of the game probably as well, if not better, than any owner I've ever dealt with in any sport. He's passionate about the game, and he loves his adopted city of Boston. And so to think that he's been, you know, the custodian of this team for half of its existence, and the team 100 years old, first U.S.-based NHL team, is a remarkable thing and deserves to be acknowledged.
Well, while we have you, we need to talk about the Four Nations tournament, which is coming up in February. It'll start in Montreal. It will culminate here in Boston with 3 games, including the championship game. The rosters are coming out this week, which should, I think, you know, will really get a lot of people starting to focus a little bit more on this tournament, which is a couple weeks away, or a couple months away. But kind of the genesis behind this and what the league is hoping to showcase here.
We have a long tradition as a sport of international competition, and over the years, for a variety of reasons, the NHL has been more or less involved, depending on timing, circumstances, and who is at the Players Association, where the Players Association and the league are actually 50-50 partners in all decision-making and what goes on. In '98, I arranged for the players to go to the Olympics, the NHL players to go to the Olympics for the first time. And it was kind of a mixed bag because it's a disruption of the season with a 2-week break in the middle of the season as we're about to hit the stretch run. And then we stopped going, and then we agreed to go again because the players made it clear that this was very important to them. A third of our players come from outside of North America. We've got the Canadian and U.S. influences. And the players really have a history and tradition and a strong desire to represent their countries. So to have an international best on best, we think is great for the sport, despite whatever problems it may create, because it's a balancing act. And so we're going to go back to the Olympics next season. 2 years after that, we're going to do a World Cup. 2 years after that, we're going to go back to the Olympics, World Cup, and that'll be the cycle. And to kick things off, because when we finally got it all put together, we really didn't have enough time to do a World Cup for this season. We figured having a tournament among 4 elite countries, Canada, U.S., Finland, and Sweden, would be a nice way to get people to start focusing again on our international best on best.
Can you give us a...
And there are still some tickets available to the games here in Boston. And I strongly encourage people, it's going to be great. And by the way, and this ties into why I'm here today and these festivities, why come to Boston with these games? Because this is a great hockey market. This is a place where hockey really matters. and there's a storied history and tradition, and we know the fans are going to really appreciate what goes on at the Four Nations.
I'll certainly agree with you on that one. Can you give us a general sense of the league, like State of the Union of the league right now, where it's at, what you like, maybe what you want to see look a little bit better moving forward?
We're coming off what people have said, both on and off the ice, is the best season we've ever had last season, without regard to who wins. That's not, when I say these things, what I'm focused on. And we're playing over 95% of capacity. Our buildings are filled. The game what takes place on the ice is competitive, it's exciting, it's entertaining, it's unpredictable, and that's what the game should be. And, whether it's what we do online and streaming or puck and player tracking and international competition, we're looking to continue to grow the game and find ways for our fans to connect with the game, because we believe we have the best fans. We think we have the best game. Our players are absolutely amazing. And so what takes place every night on our ice is something truly a beauty to behold.
Some of our conversation with NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman recently at TD Garden. Here in the first intermission, the Bruins and the Lightning are scoreless. We'll get a check of the Sports Hub headlines with Joe Murray coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at luxurymakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you could do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
What, you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Save up to 40% at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
How would you like to get in the best shape, the healthiest shape of your life for less than $5 a day? I'm Body CEO Carl Deichler. That's Body with an I. And I've got your healthy bundle with a world-class workout, healthy eating plan, plus the healthiest and most delicious nutrition shake that will make you feel amazing and really improve your digestion, if you know what I mean. All for less than $5 a day. This is your healthy bundle, your workout, your easy eating plan, and a delicious nutrition shake called Shakeology. And if you don't lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in your first 3 weeks, I'll give you your money back. Imagine a trainer and dietitian giving you all this for less than $5 a day, plus a healthy superfood shake that curbs cravings, helps you lose weight, and gives you healthy energy. It's unprecedented, and it's your healthy bundle. So write down this web address. Go to yourhealthybundle.com. That's yourhealthybundle.com, and see how healthy and fit you can get for less than $5 a day.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, the home of the Patriots, the Celtics, the Rams, and the Bruins. Boston's home for sports is 98.5 The Sports Hub, a Paisley Media Group station. Sports Hub headlines.
NHL scoreboard after one period. Buffalo has a 2-0 lead over Ottawa. The Rangers won, Devils nothing. Stars with a 2-0 lead over Philly. Penguins got out to a 4-1 lead over Edmonton, Seattle, and Columbus. They're tied at 1. And the Maple Leafs have a 2-0 lead over Carolina. A couple other games tonight. St. Louis, they'll host Anaheim. Minnesota will host Colorado. And Vegas will host the Islanders. The Patriots brought in Mike Vrabel for an interview today. They met in Boston. The team is scheduled to meet with Lions offensive coordinator Ben Johnson on Friday. The request to interview Aaron Glenn, the Lions defensive coordinator, well, that has been denied. And the game this week between the Rams and Vikings will be moved to Arizona due to the California wildfires, and no score at the college football playoff between Penn State and Notre Dame. Relieve the moment every time David Pasternak scored that overtime goal against the Maple Leafs during the 2024 playoffs with Bruins Authentic's latest auction. Place your bids on a game-used 2024 playoff home jersey featuring sweaters from the 23-24 roster. Visit BostonBruinsAuthentics.com to learn more and place your bid before the auction ends on January 14th. Headlines are brought to you by Valvoline and Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit NewEnglandOilChange.com. You can save 15% off your next drive-through oil change at Valvoline and Oil Change now, but in Rainham, Reading, and in Braintree. I'm Joe Murray. Second period's next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15+ essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
This is a story of the one. As a maintenance specialist for university housing, he knows college students can major in wear and tear. Plus, housing so many students doesn't leave a lot of room to house all the supplies he needs. That's where Grainger comes in. With over 1 million industrial-grade products and fast, dependable delivery, Grainger carries the quality products he needs so he doesn't have to. From a new door hinge to a whole new faucet. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
My brother-in-law died suddenly. Now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. After that, I told my wife we couldn't put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, go to SelectQuote.com. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
No score between the Bruins and Lightning after one. We're joined downstairs by the Bruins' Justin Brazeau. First period from your eyes, it looked like you guys had some pretty good jump out of the gates. How much was that a focus coming into this one?
Yeah, obviously, they're a good team, and we wanted to make sure we got off to a good start, especially after the last couple of games struggling. So I'm just trying to keep doing that, keep going forward here in the second.
I know things haven't exactly been going your team's way right now, but how much does this mom's trip help to kind of lift everyone's spirits?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, obviously they do a lot for us in our life, and getting us to this point, I think it just brings a little bit of extra energy to the group, and especially in this rough stretch, just kind of, relaxing back, making sure you're having fun with the game and knowing what you got into the game for.
So what's the key going forward here against Tampa Bay?
Yeah, I think just limiting turnovers. Obviously, they're a good team in transition. We can't feed their offensive players odd man rushers, so we just got to make sure we're careful with the puck and putting things to the right area and making sure we're hard on the forecheck.
Appreciate the time. Good luck in the second period.
Thank you.
All right, thanks to Justin Brazeau for his time. He is brought to you by TD Bank. TD Bank cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden. From pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins. Shot totals after one, 11-9 in favor of the Lightning, who were not credited with a single shot on goal in either of their power plays, despite some chances that, yep.
but no, that's the Bruins did a nice job. They took away point for the most part. Tampa passed up a couple of shot opportunities, especially Hedman, when he was walking into one and tried to make a backdoor pass, and that was broken up by the Bruins. So really good stick position, attention to detail defensively, and you know, we talked at the top or in the pregame show the fact that Tampa is a very good starting team, especially here on home ice, and the Bruins do a really nice job in that first period. I know Tampa had a couple opportunities, and so did the Bruins, though. You know, both teams hit a post, and Wahlstrom was in alone, and you know, Tampa had their spots, but you get through that first period, okay, now you get to work here in this second, trying to figure this thing out. And towards the end of that, or right at the end of the first period, right, you had that late shot by Lohrei, and Chernak came over to have a word with him, and Frederick having words with Chernak as they were both going towards their respective locker rooms.
First time these teams have met this year. They'll
see each other again on Tuesday.
And 4 times total for the season, so they'll get to know each other very well here in the second half. As Andrew Peeke skates one ahead here for the Bruins. He'll play it in deep from the blue line, around behind the net.
Reacquainted Tuesday, and get used to seeing a lot of each other.
Absolutely, a couple of times.
And this is a team that's chasing.
March.
This is why these games become even more important.
You talk about those 4-point games in the division, right? As Lohrei comes back into his own zone here. Peeke, get it to Sacco.
Imagine 5 games in hand at this point in the season. That's 2 weeks,
right?
Oh, almost, almost 2 weeks.
Quite busy in the second half. Here's a chance moving toward the slot was Connor Geeky. His shot taken away, and his brother Morgan brings the Bruins out of the zone.
And you play 3 games in a week, right? Or
generally, yeah.
Maybe 4 sometimes, but that's a lot of hockey to make up.
Pass up to the Bruin blue line, dumped in by Cirelli. Around to the near corner, McAvoy able to pull it away from Connor Geeky. Pivots away from Cirelli back behind the net. Banked it off the boards. Zadorov will play it out to center ice.
Yeah, he didn't
picked
have an
off there.
Up the strong side there that time.
Puck comes up into the air, and Jeremy Swayman catches the pop-up in front of his crease, and face-off will be in the Bruins zone.
Some representatives from both teams that'll be representing the Four Nations Cup, right? We already know Lindholm and McAvoy and Swayman for the Bruins, of course, and you got Hedman and Point.
Jake Gensel for the U.S.
U.S. Forgot about him. Sorry.
Yeah.
Guys that would be on one of their Nations Cup if they were in it.
No question. Yeah. You might say. Might be a Russian, a Czech.
Well, a couple Russians,
right? Face off in the defensive zone. Kastelik wins that.
Hagel for Canada. Forgot about him.
Right. Jumps out of play. So a slow start to this second period here. A little stop and start. Of course, the semifinals and final of that tournament going to be held at TD Garden in February during the 2-week break in the NHL schedule. Face off at the red line here. Braden Point is asked to leave the circle. So Sacco beats Gensel on the draw. It'll come back into the Bruins zone. Zadorov angles it behind the net. McAvoy under quick pressure. Got it to Pasternak, but taken away from him by McDonough. They continue to battle, and now the puck swept back behind Swayman. Bruins defending down to our left here in the second period. Kucherov sent it off to the far circle. Shot blocked, and McDonough has it now back out near the blue line. Around the boards it goes. Kucherov buried in the far corner by Zadorov. And Morgan Geeky able to get it out of the zone. Chernak hustling back after it for the Lightning. Braden Point now pivots back through his own zone. Deals it up the right side. Kucherov back across near side. We get a whistle and an offside here against the Lightning.
You see Kucherov get pinned up against the boards too often. That's a pretty good hit along the wall. And Kucherov usually can get right back in your face, but that time he just kind of took it. All right, you got me that time.
Couple of countrymen.
He's so good. You hear about all these other guys around the league, and he just does it all the time. And I'm not going to say quietly. I think, people know just how good he is. He does it in such a different way. You watch McKinnon or McDavid and players like that. They all are effective, but it's just so different. And it's just fun to watch a guy like Kucherov play and his mind and how it works.
Well, as you said on that early power play that they had, he doesn't. It's not the same as watching McDavid, who's flying up and down the ice. Kucherov's kind of very measured with everything he does.
Even a McKinnon, who's he's heavy and he's the legs are always churning, he's always going, and that's not Kucherov. He does sometimes, but not like that.
144 points for him last year. So that puck goes around behind the Lightning net. It'll be Lilleberg passing up the near side. Dropping back Chafee. Pass through the neutral ice. Paul. I'm sure he picked that or not. Went wide of the net.
Linesman have a flight.
Coyle will bring it through neutral ice. Here's Lorot. Skating toward the far side. He'll dump it down the boards, and around behind Vasilevsky it comes. Thrown back toward the front of the net here off of Lilleberg. Steered off the far boards, but not out. Lorai gets it back down toward that far side. A centering pass by Coyle gets redirected up over the glass.
Had Marchand backdoor. Had Lindholm hanging around the front as well. Tampa making sure that they get a stick on that attempted pass. Yeah, so you got through the first period. And here in Tampa, that's no easy feat because they're good in the first period. Home ice, they're good. They're coming off of a win of their own, feeling better about their game. So now how do you build on it and get through this, not through, but how do you improve here in the second period?
The Lightning have outscored opponents in the first period 46-28 this year. And so you're right. Even after 20 minutes, not easy against this team.
And you killed 2 penalties.
And you killed 2 penalties without giving up a shot on goal officially. As Pasternak's shot gets deflected and Vasilevsky scoops that up. So if another faceoff will be to his right. 3:38 gone here in this second period. Sacco will take the draw from that far circle. Got it back to Zadorov. Zadorov faked the shot, now takes it, and blocker saved by Vasilevsky. Off the far wall, it comes kicking toward the slot. McDonough coming toward the near side with it, goes across ice, and the Lightning step forward here. Cirelli just inside the Bruins line. Played it down that right wing side. Zadorov goes crashing into the end boards against Glendening. Puck pulled free here by Hagel. Turns around and fires from the right dot and put it wide. McDonough off the backboards. Cirelli tripped up by McAvoy. Goes around behind the net. Does Charlie toward that far side. Can't get it out. Thrown back toward the net and steered aside with the right pad by Swayman. Kucherov will play it back into open ice along the far side. McAvoy gets it going behind the net. There's a stick in his way as it goes around the far side for Zadorov. Through neutral ice. Pasternak gets a pass from Geeky. Pivots along the near side boards. Pressured by Kucherov. Forced him out of the zone. Carlo from the red line dumps it cross ice into the far corner. Beecher getting in there after it. But Radish able to spin away from him. McDonough will play it up the left wing side, and Kucherov was offside.
Fans of Video Bank is teaming up with Boston legend Patrice Bergeron again this season for Assist for Kids to donate $37,000 to help Metro West families pay for youth hockey. Get details now at videobank.com/Team Bergeron.
Bruins will head over across the state, take on the Florida Panthers on Saturday afternoon to wrap up this quick 2-game road trip. It's a 1 o'clock face-off. And they don't have a multi-game road trip until the beginning of March after this one. It's been a lot of road trips here starting in early December. They're going to spend
all one-gamers.
Yeah.
And February's a late month in terms of
you got the 2 weeks off.
Period.
Yeah.
I think there's one road game.
I think you're right.
You got the 2 weeks off, and then there's some home games around that 2 weeks off. it's got to catch up at some point, right? And like you said, it's all single games here between now and then.
Well, the travel schedule is
a big one in March.
It was heavy in December, and it's going to be heavy again in March. That's where the bulk of the travel has been and will be. As the Lightning come out of their zone, moving from right to left. Point coming down the left wing side. Sends one across ice. A one-timer knocked down by Swayman. Took it off the glove as Gensel uncorked one.
A little bit of an over back check that time. They were back, but they allowed that seam pass back through the slot area for the chance from Gensel. They hustle all the way back that time, and Gensel smartly just he lags behind and finds that opening.
Braden Point just inside the Bruins blue line. Swept it around McAvoy to the far circle. Played out toward the blue line and kept in by Radish. They tried to get it back to Hedman at the point, but that puck exploded on him back out into the neutral zone. Down the right wing side comes Asimont. With the Lightning changing, a centering pass is taken away, but we got a penalty coming up.
Asimont had a little change of speed that time, a little shake and bake on Zadorov. Looked like he was slowing down. Zadorov went to close on him, and then he sped right up and was able to get to the net. And Zadorov's going to get the holding penalty. It's a good... Yeah, it's an easy, not easy call. I mean, it's the right call, right? Zadorov with his free hand, his left hand reached around and grabbed the left arm of Asimont as he tried to get to the net from the right side.
And second,
he's mad at himself. I think Zadorov is, but he got baited into that a little bit, and the angle was lost as soon as Asimont turned it on.
The second penalty against Zadorov tonight. He is pulled back ahead. Olivier for
First one was a tough one on him. It was a slashing call. It was a stick break, but it was after the Bruins turned the puck over twice trying to get it out. And neither one of them was on him. And then he ended up taking the penalty. But that one, he got baited into that one a little bit.
Zadorov, the most penalized player in the league this year, as I started to say, is pulled back ahead of Olivier. Off the far wall, Radish gets it set up for the Lightning. Down into the right wing corner. To the side of the net, Chafee brings it toward the near side. Connor Geeky back up top.
Second unit starting here.
Send it across to the far side. Sorelli back up top. One-timer by Radish is turned aside by Swayman, and then he drops the glove on top of that puck.
Let's see if they'll make the quick change. Yeah. They want to give a couple guys a rest, and let's get him right back out there.
Still a minute 21 left on this power play.
Power play goal scoring guy in the league. Let's get him right out there.
The Bruins killed off 2 in the first period, trying to do it again here early in the second. 13:32 left in this second period, still scoreless.
Not sure what happened there, but the referees was over having a conversation with Joe Sacco. He made a beeline to the bench to talk to him.
Puck jumped out past Hedman at the blue line. He'll have to chase it back into the Tampa zone. Charlie Coyle chases him behind the Tampa Bay net. Now they will break it out. Coming through neutral ice. Pass goes to Gensel on the right side. Hagel down in the right wing corner against Peak. And now McAvoy gets involved in that play as well. Free puck came to Coyle, and he'll backhand it through an open blue line and all the way back down. 48 seconds left on the power play for the Lightning. Under 13 minutes to go here in the second period. Point. Hands off for Hedman. Left side for Kucherov at the hash marks. Sends one across. Hedman a drive. Scramble for the loose puck in front. Kucherov got it back in front. Hagel a chance. Point blank. Turned away by Swayman, and the Bruins clear.
That's a different look. Kucherov on the left side that time. And Hagel gets the quick one-timer from the middle of the ice after the top shot was blocked. That's a couple big saves for Swayman.
Here's Braden Point gathering it back into the Bruins zone along the left wing circle. Deals it back to the point man, Hedman. Hedman backing along the blue line. Deals left circle for Kucherov with a shot. Save made. Swayman got it right in the logo.
He's dialed in. Kucherov not happy with himself. Slams the glass that time after that shot from the left wing side. They lay off him a little bit, allow him to get that shot away. And
you mentioned on those power plays in the first period how much the Bruins were focusing on Braden Point in that
they did a good job.
Position.
They kind of dared Kucherov to make the saucer pass, and he did.
Yeah.
That's the one that went off the post.
Face-off pulled back toward Hedman.
That's a penalty coming up on Tampa for interference here. So Bruins are going to go on the power play in 2 seconds. Their first of the game. And Tampa not happy about it. I don't necessarily blame Hagel because was that Beecher that was diving?
Sacco
diving.
For
yeah, like he was diving to try to get the puck out. And they're going to call Hagel for an interference.
So,
yeah.
Got a body in his way.
Yeah, not much though.
Kind of a moving pick.
Oh wait, they're giving Sacco a penalty. He's diving to make the puck
play.
To get the puck out of the zone.
Joe Sacco has a puzzled look on his face, and I don't blame him.
I think they realized it shouldn't have been a penalty on Hagel, and they just called both of them.
So
I don't
let's
know.
just take Sacco to even it up. I mean, he's diving to try to knock that puck out of the zone.
He's trying to fight his way around Hagel, and then when he's not going to be able to get around him, he dives to try to get the puck out of the zone. He's not going down because of the interference. But, okay.
So, with the 2 penalties now, it'll still be a 2 seconds of a power play here for the Lightning.
Marchand came over to Zadorov, who's coming out of the box in 2 seconds, and he's telling him what Joe Sacco wants him to do, whether hop on the ice, certainly if the puck is in the D zone, but once it gets out, you're going to make that change, have the communication. But you're going to be 4-on-3 for 2 seconds here, so the face-off is key.
Right. So they have Geeky and Pasternak with McAvoy. And now that...
Wait.
When they
it stays 5-on-4. My bad. Yeah. It'll be 5-on-4. And then Zadorov will come out and it'll be...
So the Lightning were a little confused, too, because they only had 4 players out on the ice. All right, so Wotherspoon's out there now with the 4-man unit, and it will become a 5-man unit here momentarily. So face-off in the defensive zone here for Geeky. Sorelli jumps, and so he'll get kicked out. Gensel gets in there. He wins the draw. It's McDonough along the blue line, trying to go left side for Kucherov. Overshot him. Battle for possession. It winds up back with Kucherov. Gensel goes to the back of the net. So the teams are at full strength here. Zadorov blocks one in front.
3 defensemen out there for the Bruins.
Zadorov on the far boards. Can't get it out. Wotherspoon put a shoulder into Sorelli. Came back around the near side. Kucherov backhanding one through the slot. Goes all the way to the far wall. Pinching down the boards was Chernak. Played out of the corner. Gensel's got it on his stick. Zadorov goes in with a high hit. Here's a shot that goes wide of the net off of Kucherov's stick. Battle for possession behind. It'll go around toward the far side. Pasternak skates over to get it, but gets hemmed in the corner. Now Zadorov looking to clear. Can't get it out at the blue line. Gensel played back to Kucherov out of that right wing corner. Moves to the top of the face-off circle. Shot blocked by McAvoy. And Geeky will carry the Bruins out of his own zone. Gains the red line, floats one in wide of Vasilevsky, who went out to try to play it, and the puck jumped away from him. A chance in front. Vasilevsky takes one away from Beecher.
Beecher had a chance. He had an open net that time. He put it right back into the pads. Vasilevsky wasn't back in the net yet.
Puck lifted up and out toward the blue line by Kucherov. Glove down by Lohrei, and then he goes down as he gets tangled up with Paul, and we get a whistle for a hand pass here. We'll step aside with 10:53 to go here in the second period. Bruins and Lightning still scoreless on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Hey, it's Zoe. And just like the quarterback is the heartbeat of a team, your kitchen is the heartbeat of your home. Want to give your kitchen a fresh new look without breaking that bank? Then go to my guys at Luxury Makeover. They'll reface your kitchen cabinets instead of replacing them, saving you time and money. And for a limited time, they're offering 24 months with no interest, no payments. Reach them today at LuxuryMakeover.com. Tell them Zoe sent you. You're going to save an additional 15% off the project. Luxury Makeover. They spread smiles one home at a time.
Oh, it's such a clutch off-season pickup, Dave.
I know, right? I was worried we'd bring back the same team.
Oh, no, I meant those blackout motorized shades. MVP of the room.
Blinds.com made it crazy affordable to replace our old blinds.
Hard to install?
No, it's easy. Even you could do it.
Nice.
I installed these and then got some for my mom, too.
What, you fly across the country to do the install?
Nope. Blinds.com can do it all. All she had to do was pick what she wanted. She talked to a design consultant for free and scheduled a professional measure and install.
Look at you, a Hall of Fame son.
Oh, I just picked the winning team. They're the #1 online retailer of custom window coverings in the world.
Oh, Blinds.com is the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Shop Blinds.com right now and get up to 40% off select styles, plus a free professional measure and a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Save up to 40% at Blinds.com. Blinds.com. Rules and restrictions may apply.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Scoreless game here in Tampa. We've got 10:53 to go in the second period. Bruins had a golden opportunity there just before the break. And
well, Vasilevsky went out to play a puck. He couldn't play it because it was outside the trapezoid. And the Bruins eventually get this puck in front for Beecher. And I don't know if he was bothered on the back check by Chafee or not, but he had an open net. And I'm looking, he's kicking the bench. He's ready to break his stick on the bench. He's so frustrated. He had a great opportunity last game against Edmonton on a breakaway, shorthanded. And you can see his frustration then. Frustrated right now because he knew he had the open net.
And points just have not been coming his way. He's 2 points in the last 32 games for Beecher. Here's Coyle with a chance from the right circle, and that one ends up getting tipped out of play.
Eyssimont came back and was able to get a stick on it. Good forecheck by Marchand, and then it's Lindholm who centers it that time for Coyle. Eyssimont coming all the way back as the forward, the high forward coming back into the slot, gets a stick on it.
Face-off win by the Lightning in their own zone. Dunna didn't get much on a clearing effort. It'll come back behind the net.
I mean, if you're the Bruins, you're liking things right now for the simple fact that Tampa's had 3 power plays. You've had nothing. You've killed them off. You're a scoreless game. Your goaltender's dialed in. And you've had some chances.
There's Marchand down the left wing circle. Pivots in behind the net. Brings it around the near side. Sends it back to the far point man, Lorai, who able to kick it back onto his stick and keep it in the zone. Coyle at the back of the net. Gets bumped off the puck by Lilleberg. But they able to win it back. And Lorai shot knocked down in front. Coyle put it just wide. And it's covered up as it came back out in front by Vasilevsky. With that, Hagel and Sacco are released from their respective penalty boxes after serving their minors. The two innocent men going free right there.
Well, one especially. The other one kind of, sort of. That one were off the side of the net by Coyle on that turnaround chance.
Well, we got a face-off in the offensive zone here. Officials did not get our timeout here. Just under 10 minutes.
Not enough time elapsed between the last one. My guess.
I think the referee went over to double-check that. But they dropped the puck. Pastrnak having to take that face-off. It's a puck brought behind the net here by Hedman. Off the far boards, Connor Geeky will play it toward the right side for Hagel. Got it into the Bruins zone, but sent right back out of there. It was behind Sacco, couldn't get it, and that's going to be an icing here against the Bruins.
Yeah, I mean, look, halfway through the game, scoreless. We've generated a couple good looks here in the last few minutes. Tampa did nothing with their power plays. That's when you're Tampa, you're like, okay, the Bruins are going to get a power play here at some point, you know, and you expect it anyhow. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, remains to be seen.
Right. Remember, the plan here is to shake up the power play units a bit tonight, but we have not seen that as of yet. The Bruins haven't had a chance.
I just like the way that they've played, though, so far through this game.
Sacco coming in across the line. Deals off for Pastrnak in front, hit the post off the redirect, and then Vasilevsky able to grab the rebound.
They're not usually a team that scores a lot off the rush. That's a good rush chance that time, right? Nice passing play out of the zone. Now you're going to get your break. Give and go coming out of the zone with speed through the neutral zone. Leads to the post.
9:18 to go in the second. No score. Bruins and Lightning on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40, and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I couldn't lose weight. Fatigue, gas, bloating, hot flashes.
These women got life-changing symptom relief from Belvital, the comprehensive hormone health solution from Body. While everyone is unique and will have varied results, here are extraordinary experiences from independent Body affiliates and actual Belvital users.
The combination of the fitness, the food, the breathing exercises, the supplements, it's just the magic that I was missing.
My workouts have never been better. I love the combination of the Pilates with lifting. My body literally feels like it got younger. This nutrition program has taught me what my body truly needs.
I'm less bloated. I have less inflammation. Now I'm equipped with how to manage the stress.
It's helping me sleep so much better.
Within a week or two of taking these supplements, I physically felt a difference.
I have transformed my body from the inside out.
Belvital is a first-of-its-kind complete program that is helping thousands of women feel good. Learn more at belvital.com.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
9:18 to go here in the second period, and we're scoreless. The Bruins are back at TD Garden on Tuesday night, facing off against this same Tampa Bay Lightning team at 7 p.m. Plus, the Bees will be celebrating Mental Health Awareness Night. Visit bostonbruins.com/tickets to secure your seats to all the action.
Yeah, off the rush that time. They said nicely out of their own zone for the Bruins. Move that puck to the left wing to Pasternak, and he's going to find Geeky.
There's Lorai with a shot, redirected wide of Vasilevsky.
Now, Geeky and Sacco going to the net, and that puck tipped off the far post.
On the near side corner, battle for possession. Came to Gensel. Swept out of the zone by Cirelli, and race up ice here. Pete coming back to get it. Lorai out of the far corner. Boyle had it tip up into the air. Settled down by Elias Lindholm, coming down the left wing side. Took the shot. Stick save Vasilevsky. Directs it up and over the glass. Out of play.
And it's hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Bruins have 15 shots on goal on this one. They are looking to break what is approaching a 100-minute scoring slump here. Were shut out by Edmonton the other night. Haven't scored since about the midway point of the third period against the Islanders on Saturday, or on Sunday rather. It's Frederick on the blue line. Wallstrom along that far wall. Batted free and comes out across the line. McAvoy will dump it back in from the red. Lilleberg waits for it in the near corner. Gets hit by Frederick and held against the wall. Brazo gets involved in that play as well. Locked up in the corner. Everyone kicking at it, trying to get it moving. Official taking a look in there to see where the puck is. Fair amount of folks here in Tampa chanting, "Let's go Bruins," as the Lightning break it up ice. Sent down deep here by Gergensen. Little reverse hit there by Zadorov.
Yep.
Held his ground.
Fast rear end that he has. Anybody coming to hit him. Huge.
Everything is huge with Zadorov. I like to say Zadorov looks like a regular human being blown up by about 30%. As Point along the near side board. Digging for it in the near corner. Carlo got it up the wall. Now Hedman throws a long shot on goal. Gloved by Swayman. No rebound.
Yeah, easy save for Swayman. Hedman's he's not afraid to shoot it from the point, but I mean that's just a routine save, and Bruins get out of it and make a line change, get fresh bodies out.
19 saves for Swayman so far tonight. He's been good lately. The goals in front of him haven't, the defense in front of him hasn't helped him. They haven't scored a lot of goals at the other end, and
his numbers, like when he faced Skinner the other day, right? When you break down their numbers, recent numbers.
Yep.
They were really similar, except Skinner had the wins.
Right. Skinner was 4-0-1, and Swayman's sub 500. His chance tipped up over the net off of Kepke's stick. On the end boards, it's Kastelik trying to push it toward the near corner, and we're going to get a penalty here against the Lightning as Hedman argues. He also lost his stick, gets a stick from one of his teammates as Kepke tried to center one, tipped by Paul, kept alive here. Beecher got it to Kepke, off the near boards, back to Carlo with a point. Extra skater on. Wotherspoon moving toward the high slot, took a shot, finds the back glass, and the Lightning will touch it up for the whistle, and the Bruins will get their first power play of the game. Interference, the call against Victor Hedman.
Yeah, Hedman's not crazy about it, but like we said, it's bound to happen at some point here. And he kind of, it wasn't much, but he was there, and he's not too happy about it. He pleaded his case, but it's like the penalty on Hagel, right? Yeah, you know what? His stick got in the feet of Beecher as Beecher was trying to get around the net and get to that loose puck. Now let's see what the new units can do here.
So it'll be Sacco to take the face-off. Pasternak in the slot as they line up on the far circle. Brazeau on the far side. Geeky and Lohrei as the quarterback of this one. Geeky along the near side boards. Sacco got it back to Lohrei, center of the blue line. To Geeky, right wing circle. Shot gets blocked off into the corner by Chernak. Puck brought behind the net for Brazeau. Around the far boards, jumps away from Pasternak. Keep in, nope, couldn't keep in at the line, did Lohrei. He gets it right back, though, to Sacco. Across the line, McDonough swats that one away, and Glendening will send it all the way down.
McDonough picked it out of the air. You know, when Joe Sacco talks about winning battles, it's not just 5-on-5 or killing a penalty. It's with the man advantage, and you got to get back to some of that basic.
Minute 20 to go in the man advantage. Pasternak tried to carry through the blue line, lost it, and back they go. And now Lohrai's got to get it on his horse. Instead, it's Hagel. He put it just wide on the breakaway. Came back out, and they score. It ricocheted off the end boards, and Cirelli one-times it past Swayman. A shorthanded goal, and the Lightning are up 1-0.
Well, it starts with Pasternak trying to dangle into the zone, and McDonough's going to pick this puck off and put it up off the boards, and then Lohrei can't get back in time. Hagel beats him up the ice, takes the initial shot. It goes off the back wall, ricochets back out into the left wing circle. Past the stick of Lohrei into the left wing circle, and Cirelli follows it up, goes short side high on Swayman.
That is the third shorthanded goal of the season for Anthony Cirelli.
He's got 16 in his career.
That's 8 for the Lightning total this year. So the Bruins down a goal here. Minute to go on the power play as the other unit comes out now, and they turn it over in the offensive zone. Paul will come back ahead here for the Lightning. Chips one over the head of McAvoy. Swayman goes out behind the net. Deflected off into the corner, and Marchand. Coyle will tap it along for McAvoy. As they start to work their way up ice, Lindholm from just outside the blue line dumps it into the left wing corner. Oliver Wahlstrom on that far side, but got beaten with a punch, and McDonough with a chance to clear does. Coyle picked it off just outside the blue line, waiting for everyone to get back on side. He gives it now to Wahlstrom down the left wing circle. Wahlstrom takes a look around at his options. Goes behind the net to Lindholm. Right back to Wahlstrom. On to McAvoy. Walks it along the blue line. To the right circle. It got through Marchand. McDonough will angle it off the near boards, but McAvoy at the blue line to keep it alive. Gave it high slot for Coyle. Over to the far side. Wahlstrom a one-timer. Kicked away by Vasilevsky, and the rebound cleared down ice. And Hedman will come out of the box with that. As the Bruins down a goal with 4:40 to go here in the second. Trent Frederick will bring the Bruins out of his own zone. Dump in. Vasilevsky stops it behind the net. To the near side. Thrown toward the front of the net here by Brazeau, but tipped off into the far corner. Point working back ahead for the Lightning. Hands off for Kucherov. Willeberg now from the left point. He shot it wide. It came back around to the far side for Kucherov, who forced it in front, but Wotherspoon was right there. Glove down by Hagel, far side. Behind the net, Kucherov stops, deals it out in front, and a chance for Hagel. Upended as he tried to get through the slot. Willeberg, his shot blocked by Brazeau, and that bounces off Brazeau's leg and over the glass along the near side, out of play. We'll step aside with 3:56 to go in the second period. A shorthanded goal puts the Lightning up 1-0 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
How would you like to get in the best shape, the healthiest shape of your life for less than $5 a day? I'm Body CEO Carl Deichler. That's Body with an I. And I've got your healthy bundle with a world-class workout, healthy eating plan, plus the healthiest and most delicious nutrition shake that will make you feel amazing and really improve your digestion, if you know what I mean. All for less than $5 a day. This is your healthy bundle, your workout, your easy eating plan, and a delicious nutrition shake called Shakeology. And if you don't lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in your first 3 weeks, I'll give you your money back. Imagine a trainer and dietitian giving you all this for less than $5 a day, plus a healthy superfood shake that curbs cravings, helps you lose weight, and gives you healthy energy. It's unprecedented, and it's your healthy bundle. So write down this web address. Go to yourhealthybundle.com. That's yourhealthybundle.com, and see how healthy and fit you can get for less than $5 a day.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Fans, there are 2 weeks left to register for the 2025 Be Fit Challenge, powered by National Grid. Fans of all fitness levels encouraged to participate February 2nd and walk or run around TD Garden to benefit first responder and military charities. To register, just head to bostonbruins.com/B Fit Challenge.
It's a great event. It really is. Johnny Whitesides, he's the strength and conditioning coach for the Bruins. He's been with the Bruins organization for years. He does a great job in the community, and that's a big one for him. And it's a fantastic event.
Face off in the defensive zone here for the Bruins, won by Kastelik. They clear the zone. Kastelik coming through neutral ice, got a pass from Koepke, but then knocked away. 3:45 to go here in the second period. Tampa Bay with a 1-0 lead. Lightning trying to work it back toward the Boston blue line. Bounced away from Beecher. Zadorov got it back in his direction, poked it toward that far wall, and then gets a hit over there against Perbix. Free puck for McAvoy. Sends it toward the far circle. Zadorov. He had his pocket pick from behind, but able to pivot back toward the end wall. Send it around the near side. Atkinson picked it up from there and gets it back deep. At the back of the Bruins net, McAvoy finds Beecher. He'll throw it out of the zone, and that's going to be an icing.
Well, a couple turnovers there, right? The Bruins unable to clear, and then Beecher ends up icing it. Now they have to stay. Tampa gets a fresh line on the ice, and the opportunity to choose what face-off circle they want this in, and it's going to be Cirelli, who's good on the dot.
So the Kastelik line, along with McAvoy and Zadorov, stuck out there after that icing. Off the draw, puck pulled toward the near board. Zadorov will get it behind the net.
By Kastelik with the help that time on the wall, but now the Bruins still need to clear to get the line change.
Popped off the boards. Hagel tried to one-time it. Came bouncing toward the slot. Zadorov able to get it over to McAvoy, and they'll bring it out of the zone. McAvoy to the red line, sends it in. They'll get the change that they needed.
Yeah, Koepke stays. So that strong side, now he can get off.
Hagel works the Lightning back in across the line. Moving toward the high slot. Shot got blocked by Peak. Little slow in getting up. Outlet finds Marchand down toward the Tampa Bay zone, and he gets knocked down as he tried to get to the slot.
Well played that time by Chernak.
Marchand bumped away from the puck by Cirelli. They come back around the near boards and out. Peak hustling back ahead of Hagel, and that will be an icing against the Lightning.
Fans loving it. Chernak's a big, strong guy, and Marchand tried to go back at him, which I love. He played it well in the one-on-one. Marchand tried to cut to the inside. Chernak one-on-one, stuck right with him. Gave him a little cross-check in front of the net. Nothing much there, but just enough to get his attention, and then Marchand went back at him in the corner. And Chernak gave him a little extra forearm at the end. Might have got away with one there at the end, but other than that, he played it well.
Chernak 6'4", 230.
He's all of it.
There's McDonough from the near circle, sending out toward the blue line. Lori knocked down Connor Geeky, but the puck came back in offside, so blow it dead with 2:11 to go in the period.
Lindholm didn't think so. He's arguing with the linesman there.
I thought it might have gone back into the zone off of Geeky. Connor Geeky, that is.
That's probably what Lindholm is saying, yeah.
So, in that case, it shouldn't have been offside. But Elias not going to win that argument.
It definitely came in back off of Geeky. Loride was right on his back, but it came off of his stick, Geeky's stick. Connor Geeky.
Yeah. Again, first ever meeting of the Geeky brothers. Connor for Tampa Bay and Morgan, of course, for the Bruins. 6 years apart, so they've never played together or separately the same level till today. And they do so with a lot of fans, or a lot of family in attendance down from Manitoba. On the near side, Point gets it to Kucherov. Thrown to the net, kicked away by Swayman. And the rebound gobbled up by Morgan Geeky. Neutralized Pasternak. Sends into the middle here for Zacha. Brings it across the line, but under pressure from Kucherov, forced back out of the zone.
Yeah, never got that puck under control, right? It was in his feet. He couldn't get it out on his stick.
Under 90 seconds to play here in the period. Gensel takeaway, got it to Kucherov, moving through the high slot, off to the far side. Right back to Kucherov, and Swayman stayed with him as Kucherov tried to get that into shooting position. Jeremy able to hold his ground and get that puck covered.
Gensel trying to get that puck to him from that right wing side. This was an interesting one, right? He goes from Pittsburgh to Carolina, major trade there, and then you get he does not re-sign with Carolina. Tampa allows Stamkos to leave as they sign Gensel. Making their choice.
Traded for his rights just before the start of free agency. On the near side boards, will be played out to the blue line and out from Brazo.
And then reacquiring McDonough was a big one.
Right.
After letting Sergachev go, or trading Sergachev.
Here's Asimon moving down the left wing circle, takes a shot and scores. Mikey Asimon just able to beat Swayman cleanly from the left circle, and it's 2-0 Tampa in the final minute of this second period.
A pass up the wall here by Paul. Asimon's going to come in the left wing side, but you back off a little bit as a defenseman there. Lori backs off. He thinks it might be a 2-on-1, and it partially might be, but Frederick's back on the back check, and that's just a lot of room for Asimon. And it's one that you'd love to see Swayman come up with because he's only got short side really to go there.
From his body language after, it looked like Swayman thought the same thing. That he wants to make that.
And I agree with that, but why did he have so much time and space?
Right. So the Lightning get right back at it as a deflected shot. Hagel got that on net, and Swayman had to make a big stop to keep this from getting away from them. 2-0 Lightning lead, 20 seconds to go in the period. Puck comes around the near boards. Hedman faked the shot, now throws one in front. Deflected away by Zadorov, who had knocked down Hagel. Marchand bringing the Bruins back toward the red line. Floats it down the left wing side. Final 5 to go in the period. Marchand able to get it out in front, but Coyle had it taken away by Cirelli. And the puck will be cleared, and that will bring us to the end of the second period. So the Lightning get a shorthanded goal from Cirelli, and then Asimont scores with just under 50 seconds to go in the period, and they take a 2-0 lead to the locker room. We'll be back with our second intermission from Tampa next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Now Taxes is 100% free when you file in the TurboTax app if you didn't file with us last year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just do your own taxes in the app by 2/18.
What if I had lots of forms?
All good, all 100% free.
What if I had 3 jobs?
Still 100% free.
What if I once saw Bigfoot?
That has nothing to do with taxes, so still 100% free.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Now this is Taxes. See if you qualify in the TurboTax app. Excludes TurboTax Live, must start and file in app by 2/18.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your local Nissan dealers. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com. And Dairy Queen. DQ fans, kick off your favorite game with a sauced and tossed chicken strip basket. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy taste good. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
Waiting for your electrical supplies during the day or sitting in traffic is for the birds. Use the GCE Night Train from Granite City Electric and get access to over $50 million in local inventory with a free guaranteed overnight delivery of your electrical supplies anywhere in New England. So avoid wasting time waiting in line and sitting in traffic. Order by 5 p.m. and you'll have your materials the next morning by 6 a.m. guaranteed. Visit GCEnighttrain.com to get on board the GCE Night Train today. Granite City Electric, proud partner of the Boston Bruins Radio Network.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community, all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
Connect with Boston's home for sports online. 98.5 thesportshub.com.
Minute 20 to go in the man advantage. Pasternak tried to carry through the blue line, lost it, and back they go. And now Lorai's got to get it on his horse. Instead, it's Hagel. He put it just wide on the breakaway. Came back out, and they score. It ricocheted off the end boards, and Cirelli one-times it past Swayman. A shorthanded goal, and the Lightning are up 1-0. And it's a 2-0 Lightning lead after 2 periods of play here in Tampa. The Bruins' goal-scoring slump has now reached 107 minutes and 16 seconds of hockey time, and they are down by a pair The shorthanded goal by Cirelli when the Bruins finally got their first power play of the game, and then Asimont scores at 19:10, and it kind of felt like a real deflating goal, that one especially.
Well, Hagel had hopped on the ice from the bench. You know, it's a good clear by McDonough. I mean, the power play in general has just been such a sore spot all year long. So, but to give up the shorthanded goal right there, and I'm trying to wrap my head around why it happened, right? And so if you're Lori, you're the last guy back. You don't necessarily see Hagel. The Bruins turn it over at the blue line, it's just inside the blue line. That was Pastrnak's trying to dangle in there. It's taken away by McDonough. McDonough sends it up the boards, off the boards. And whether he knew Hagel was there or not, I don't know, but Hagel was coming off the bench. If he did, good on him. And Hagel gets to it. Now he's got the initial breakaway, and Lori's chasing him. Hagel gets the initial shot off. It goes wide. As it's coming off the back wall, it goes right off the side of the net, just barely, just changes the angle a little bit, and Lori misses it. And then it's in the left wing circle there for Cirelli, and he kind of one-times that shot past Swayman before Swayman can get back set again because he's, ready for the initial shot. So that's a tough one to take. Second one, Paul gets a pass in the neutral zone, and, the Bruins get caught up in that neutral zone. He puts it off the wall, spins, puts it off the wall. Asimont gets it at the offensive blue line. Lori backs off, thinking it's a 2-on-1. Frederick's hustling back on the other side, trying to take away the 2-on-1, make it a 2-on-2, right. But all kinds of time and space there for Asimont to get that shot away coming in the left wing. Beats Swayman clean, short side. You wish Swayman comes up with that save, and yes, his reaction was like that, but there was a lot of time and space as well. So, yeah, he needs to come up with the save. He's come up with some good ones today, but he needs to come up with the save. But at the same time, a lot of time and space, too much time and space for Asimont to be able to get that shot away from a good shooting position. Bruins have done a lot of good things in this game, but the power play kills them. It kills them. And, instead of any momentum that they get from it, it goes the other way. And you end up with a shorthanded goal against, and in a game that you're playing well in, you've killed 3 penalties. You've killed a potent power play. You've kept them off the board 3 times in this game. You've kept them off the board. A team that can score 5-on-5, you've kept them off the board. You've hit a couple of posts. You were starting to build something. You were on the attack. You had some good opportunities, some good looks offensively. And then the power play comes out, and you give up a shorthanded goal. It's so deflating right now. It's every time they come out, it's a negative. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. It's just a fact. It's a negative when it saps any energy you have, and today even worse.
Well, and you've heard it from some of the players that are on those power play units that, like, the confidence level is just as low as it can get right now because, it hasn't been working for so long that, and I think it was Brad Marchand said it the other day. So when things are going well on the power play and your confidence is up, you're making faster decisions. Now you're thinking about you're overthinking about everything you're trying to do. And you're holding the puck too long, and you're back into where they were early on in the season when it was really a mess.
And then you're also trying to take ownership, and sometimes when you try to take ownership, you try to do too much and try to beat a few guys, and when it doesn't work out, now you've got everybody going one direction, and you turn it over, and it's going back the other way. And if you don't play it well, the puck ends up in the back of your net. They've given up 6 shorthanded goals this year. It is such a huge issue for them. They've only scored 2 power play goals in a game once this season. It was all the way back, I think, the 5th game of the year against Colorado.
Right.
Can it snowball the other way? It's snowballed to the worst way it can be, right? But can it snowball the right way? If you get a couple and you get some good opportunities and things start to roll for you, can you get on a roll? I mean, a team like Pittsburgh last year was just awful on the power play, and how are you awful on the power play with that personnel?
Right.
And for the Bruins this year, it's just gone that way. They cannot dig themselves out of this huge hole.
Well, you mentioned, 6 shorthanded goals against. They've only scored 17 power play goals in what is now their 44th game. So they're only a +11 on the power play through almost 44 games this year. 2-0. Tampa Bay has the lead here after 2. Our music of the game is brought to you by Live Nation. Summer favorites, Yacht Rock Review, return to Leaderbank Pavilion for 2 shows. Catch them Friday, August 8th, Saturday, August 9th. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Joe Murray gives us a check of the Sports Hub headlines coming up next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15 plus essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
Is reviewing life insurance on your to-do list? Now's the perfect time to add it. A friend recently told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I bumped this up on my list and got it done. I called SelectQuote and couldn't believe how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $16 a month. My husband's also 40 and his $500,000 policy was only $18 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, there was no medical exam required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Knowing I have this checked off my list feels amazing, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote today. That's SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote.com. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Celtics play here at the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston, the home of the Celtics, Bruins, Rams, and Patriots. Boston's home for sports is 95, the Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines.
All right, NHL scoreboard after 2 periods. Sabres have a 4-0 lead over Ottawa. In the third period right now, Rangers and Devils tied at 2. Stars have a 3-0 lead over the Flyers after 2 periods. It's the Penguins 5, Edmonton 3. Blue Jackets also have scored 5 on Seattle, while Carolina has a 4-3 lead over Toronto. 7 minutes to go in the second on that one. After 1 period, Blues 4-1 over the Ducks. And Colorado has a 2-1 lead right now over Minnesota. 19 minutes to go in the second. And one other game tonight on the ice. The Vegas Golden Knights, they host the Islanders at 10 o'clock. Patriots interviewed Mike Vrabel today. And the game between the Rams and Vikings has been moved to Monday night. In college football playoff, Penn State has a 10-0 lead over Notre Dame. The 50-50 raffle presented by DraftKings currently benefiting the Massachusetts General Hospital Hispanic Psychiatry Clinic, which provides advanced clinical care to Spanish-speaking patients from specialized staff to support the Massachusetts General Hispanic Psychiatry Clinic, or enter for a chance to win half of the jackpot. Visit bostonbruins.com/5050 to purchase tickets. The raffle runs through the third period of the game on January 14th. I'm Joe Murray. The third period's next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them, the right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. if you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Every great team is built around its stars. So let's meet the stars of your New England Ford dealers' award-winning lineup of SUVs. First up, we have the Bronco Sport. Its iconic styling really sets it apart on the road, and its all-terrain capability makes it ready for anything. Then, there's the Ford Explorer. There's room for 7 passengers and a ton of gear. Your New England Ford dealers have some great offers on the whole award-winning lineup. Stop by today and see for yourself.
Listen live. Check out our podcast with the 98.5 The Sports Hub app.
This is a black and gold flashback.
Pasternak out for a shift with Corrali and Nordstrom in the slot. Pasternak shoots, he scores! Bergeron wins the draw. Krug settles it. He'll walk the line. Near point, Pasternak shoots, he scores! Shoots, Brossoit, the save, rebound, they score! It's Pasternak! Hat trick. He ties the game as he swooped out in front.
Tonight's Black and Gold flashback taking us back to this date in 2020. David Pasternak with his 7th career hat trick. It was his 3rd of that season. Helped the Bruins beat Winnipeg 5-4. Pasternak has gone on to tally quite a few since then. He now has 17 career regular season hat tricks and another 2 in the playoffs. Bruins could use some of his magic here in the 3rd period as we get ready to start the 3rd. It's the Tampa Bay Lightning with a 2-0 lead. Both of those goals coming in the 2nd period. Shorthanded goal at 14:07 for Anthony Cirelli, his 16th of the year, the 3rd of which has come shorthanded this season. Assisted by Brandon Hagel and Ryan McDonough. And then at 19:10, it was Mikey Eyssimont scoring his 4th goal of the season from Nick Paul and McDonough. For Eyssimont, that snaps a streak of 9 straight games without a point and put the Lightning up 2-0 at the end of 2. Shots through 2 periods are 24-16 in favor of the Lightning, who had an 11-9 edge in the first and then a 13-7 advantage in the 2nd period. Lightning are 0 for 3 on the power play tonight, while the Bruins have had 1 opportunity, did not score, and gave up the shorthanded goal. So we'll see what they can do here in the 3rd. Boston will go from right to left offensively. The teams will start here at full strength. Waiting for the official go-ahead before they can drop the puck. Brad Marchand turning around toward the official scorer's box, wondering what the holdup is. They now drop it. Lindholm wins the draw, and Peak will drive it in around behind Vasilevsky. Puck came down along the end boards. A centering pass from Lindholm looking for Marchand. Taken away, and the puck will be cleared out up the near side. Peak deals for Lohrei. Pivots through the slot in his own zone toward the far side. Try to give it back to Peak, far side. It kicked on to Charlie Coyle, and deep it goes. Vasilevsky spun it into the far corner. Shot back around the boards by Hedman, and now a race down ice, and it will be an icing as Lohrei had a step on Gergensen's.
Well, you wonder who's going to kind of step up here, because they played a pretty good game. And, I mean, the power play lets them down in the 2nd period by giving up the shorthanded goal. And the other one, I just don't think was played very well, and you hope to get a save. So, but you've had some opportunities. You've done some things well in this one.
There's McAvoy driving to the front of the net. A chance for Zacha backhander.
It comes down to those battles now that Joe Sacco talked about and wanting it more.
Pasternak throws one in front, bounced off of Hedman on the end boards. Morgan Geeky trying to peel away from Radish and get it back out in front. McAvoy near the top of the face-off circle, drives it down toward the corner, and then centers and picked off by Cirelli. Off the far board, Zadorov will get over to keep it alive. Pasternak fanned on a one-timer.
Hopped on him. Had the timing down, but it hopped on him.
He gives it along the left side for Geeky. Over to Zacha. Back to Pasternak. One timed it in the direction of McAvoy, who was on the left side of the crease, but couldn't redirect
Took
it.
something off of it, looking for McAvoy backdoor. I don't know if Charlie expected that puck, or he expected the one-timer to be taken by Pasternak.
Puck comes around in front of the Bruins bench while they were changing. It'll trickle all the way down into the Lightning zone. Minute and a half into this third period. Pass gets redirected into the Bruins end. Wotherspoon will skate back to get it behind the net, and then lost it. Gensel trying to squeeze it in along the near post against Swayman, who held his ground. Wahlstrom will bring the Bruins up ice through the neutral zone. Deals off left side for Brazo. Low shot, stick save Vasilevsky, and then gathers in the rebound.
Got a real short rebound there. Vasilevsky kept it nice and tight. Chernak comes in pushing and shoving with Brazo, and Brazo's a big guy, but he doesn't do much of that. You know, he just was stopped in front of Vasilevsky, but Frederick came over and gave Chernak a shot. They had words after the first period and then.
Freddie dropped the gloves the other night with Corey Perry.
Frederick, though. Yeah, that's like, what are you doing? Like Brazo wasn't a snow shower. He didn't chop at Vasilevsky. He just stopped in front to see if there was a puck. There wasn't. But Chernak, he plays hard. Like the way he plays.
Face off. Pulled back toward the top of the crease, and Coyle giving chase as it went into the far corner. Now Lorai's got it. Stepping toward the top of the face-off circle. Moves toward the slot. Shoots and scores. And the Bruins get one early here in the third as Mason Lorai wrists one through Vasilevsky. It's 2-1.
Well, Lorai, he's had a little tough time here, plus-minus wise, right? And especially in this game. But they leave him all alone. Tampa wins the draw, but Coyle gets to the front of the net. Marchand creates a loose puck, rotates it back to the point. Then they go D to D, and there's nobody from Tampa that rotates out to Lorai. And he just keeps walking to the middle, He's almost at the top of the left wing hash mark. He is at the top of the left wing hash mark before he lets this shot go. And it's going to be Vasilevsky to the glove hand side.
Second of the year for Mason Lorai. And the Bruins now down 2-1. Puck goes behind the Boston net down to our right. Lorai able to pull it free, kick it along the wall. Brazo pushed it out toward the blue line. Frederick plays it up ice. And the puck comes back in his direction. Wahlstrom was in offside. And so the Lightning regain possession here. Hedman will deal it off toward the left wing side. Chafee down that circle. Chased into the corner by Frederick. Pivots away. Comes back up toward the top of the face-off circle. Tried to get it through the slot. Taken away, and Koepke will work his way ahead of the red line. Now dump it deep and go in on the forecheck. Bruins changing behind the play. Vasilevsky will steer it away from Koepke.
All right, step one, right? Let's get one early, and let's put a little doubt and get our momentum going here in this third.
Kastelik with a shot. That one held by Vasilevsky.
Score one less than 3 minutes into the third period. It's a whole different game.
Well, just one to get the monkey off the back, because we were closing in on 2 full games since the Bruins last had scored a goal.
Well, they didn't have many good opportunities against Edmonton in the first 2 periods. I remember the Zacha breakaway right shorthanded, but in the second period, third period, they had some opportunities. Today's been better. It's been a far better game. They've covered the slot area really well at 5-on-5. I mean, it's just the coverage and the dedication to defending has been much better. Like I say, it's been 2 gifts, really.
Yeah. Lightning have been almost lights out when they lead through 2, 16-1-1 on the year. Bruins do have 3 come from behind wins after trailing through 2. Pasternak trying to center one. That was kicked back, and it'll be lifted up and out of the zone. McAvoy chopping it away from Hagel near the Boston blue line. Here's shot by Geeky, and Vasilevsky takes that one to the top of the crease and doesn't let go.
Yeah, but good follow-up shifts. Not dominating, but pucks on net. Get rotated back up and get going north again and reload and put the puck on net. Force Vasilevsky to make a save.
Get an attack zone face-off here with Lindholm against Sorelli. Our circle down to our left. Lindholm wins it. Back to Carlo for a drive. That hit a body in front. Hagel's hurting a bit as Marchand tried to swing it back toward the point. Slipped out of the zone.
Yeah, Hagel's going to get a change.
Backhanded down the near wall by Charlie Coyle. Marchand goes crashing in behind. Wins that puck from Radish. Got it back to the blue line. Here's Wotherspoon with a long shot. Lunging to his right. Blockering that one into the corner. Vasilevsky. Played back out into the neutral zone. Touch with a high stick. Draws a whistle. 4 minutes exactly gone by here in the third period, and the Lightning up 2-1.
Wotherspoon asking linesman, where was the high stick? Knocked it out of midair, but it wasn't a high stick.
Mason Lorai's goal assisted by Andrew Peak and Brad Marchand. Our delivery of the game delivered by Granite City Electric's GCE Night Train. Electrical contractors, get on board the GCE Night Train. Order your materials to be delivered overnight to the job site the following morning and save time and money. Go to GCEnighttrain.com to order. There's Kucherov near the Tampa Bay blue line. He'll play it off to the right side for Gensel. Gensel around Wotherspoon. Tried to go short side. Swayman made the save.
Wotherspoon thought he had that snuffed out, and that puck kind of just hopped by him.
Frederick gets it up ice here for Brazo. Brazo down the right wing circle. Tried to peel away from Braden Point. Played it around behind the Lightning net. Spun toward the near side. Wotherspoon getting position on Kucherov to try to keep that play alive. It'll come back out into the neutral ice, and Lorai is there.
It's a big step up by Lilleberg right on that left side. In fact, the Bruins had an opportunity for 2-on-1 and never really materialized.
Vasilevsky plays it behind his net off the dump in. Puck cleared right back out. Bruins have it. Peak back inside his own zone. Pass in the direction of Zacha and Pasternak. Didn't hit either one of them, and that allows Perbix to get it back deep into Boston territory. Lorai will steer it up the near side. Geeky reaching out to tap that away from Chernak, who was hustling to get it. Peaks pass into the neutral ice, picked off, sent back in on a delayed offside. Chafee hit his partner, or his teammate, and so they whistle it down.
Fans, check out the upcoming Hardest Working Player of the Week content on 985thesportshub.com. Bruins page brought to you by the Peterson School. The Peterson School is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, Haverhill, and Turner Falls. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more.
Face-off at center ice with Kastelik winning that. Todorov and McAvoy will trade the puck as they come back into their own zone. McAvoy heels one up the right side. Wahlstrom will send it around the boards. Beecher on the near side. Tapped it back down deep here for Kastelik. Trying to get away from Hedman as he came toward the near side. Hedman lifting it up off the glass. Glove down by Zadorov. Gets a stick on it. And we have a whistle and a hand pass here against the Bruins.
Yeah, Zadorov trying to keep that puck in.
Bruins and Florida Panthers match up on Saturday. Don't forget that's an early start time, 1 o'clock face-off. Pregame coverage across the network at 12:30 Saturday afternoon.
Put Wahlstrom on that line with Kastelik and Beecher, and move Koepke to a Wahlstrom spot. Left wing, right. Like Wahlstrom was playing the off wing with Brazo on the, and Frederick. Right. So they want to even out those lefty-righty things and see if they can generate something. Wahlstrom's had a couple looks today. Had 2 looks in the first period on the same sequence, and then 1 on the power play.
Connor Geeky taken hard to the boards by Zadorov. Puck around the far side of the Bruins zone. Here's Radish, a chance off of Hagel to the left circle, and somehow Swayman made that save. And we got a wrestling match in front of him after the whistle.
That's an unbelievable save by Swayman. You wanted him to make that save in the second period, but wow. This puck ricochets over to that left wing circle off the initial shot, and Swayman looking for it. And Hagel has a great opportunity. He's got some net to shoot at there too, but he actually shoots it back into Swayman. But Swayman doesn't give up on it. And he gets it right
in the armpit.
Basically, yeah, the right armpit there, yeah. Blocker side.
So a big one to keep this a one-goal game here with 14:02 to go. Hagel staring up at the rafters after that one. Puck will be cleared out into the neutral ice. Got through Hedman. But the Lightning able to get back on it. Coyle putting the pressure on. Off the far boards. Hedman's pass tipped deep by Cirelli. Swayman will play it out from behind the net. Taken away in the near corner, though. Long shot by Radish. Swayman make the save. Puck was loose in the crease and got swept out of there. Crossing past Cirelli, put it up off the glass.
Yeah, I think that hit the post.
Frederick will bring the Bruins back up through neutral ice and sends it deep. Brazo goes to get that puck. Takes a hit from Hedman. In the far corner, Frederick lays one on Cirelli, and the puck will come back out into neutral ice. Mason Lohrei, goal scorer for the Bruins. He dumps it around behind Vasilevsky. 13:08 to go here in the third period. Gensel will bring it just inside the Boston line. Floats one to Kucherov coming down the slot, and Lohrei blocks his shot.
Bruins gotten a little loose here the last couple shifts. There's some good looks.
Lohrei will play it out to the blue line here to Koepke. Koepke coming down the left wing side, taken to the wall by Perbix. Lilleberg wrapped it back toward Perbix in the near corner. Gensel gets it from Kucherov. Long pass ahead. Braden Point pivots away from Zadorov. Deals off to Gensel. Now Kucherov sends it back to Perbix at the blue line. They work it around, all five Lightning players touching the puck here. Point goes to the back of the net. Stops. Cuts back toward that far side circle. Deals it back to McDonough. One-timer tipped up and over. And that goes over the glass out of play. We've got 12:20 to go here in regulation. It's the Lightning 2 and the Bruins 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
I was struggling for the past year and a half, 2 years with trying to lose weight.
I just can't get rid of the stubborn weight in my legs and in my belly.
While everyone is unique and will have varied results, here are extraordinary experiences from independent body affiliates and actual Belvital users.
There's nothing more frustrating than knowing that you're eating well, but it's not working.
Hormone imbalances were preventing these women from losing weight. Now there's a comprehensive plan to help.
With Belvital, I just noticed changes immediately. That stubborn scale finally moved. In this first week, I lost 5 pounds.
Just after 1 week, I'm down 6 pounds and all of my bloating is gone.
I just finished the Belvital program. I have lost 15 pounds and I have never felt better.
I've noticed inches just shed every week that I go through.
I've lost 13 pounds and 16 inches from all around my body.
I feel like an entirely different person.
I don't know if I've ever felt this good.
Get hormone health for women at belvital.com. This will change everything.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15 plus essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
The home of the Revs, the Sports Hub.
12:20 to go here in the third period. Bruins trailing 2-1. Mason Lohrei, the Bruins goal scorer, at 2:05 of this third. His second of the year, first since the 4th game of the season. Scored at home against the Florida Panthers in that one. And ends a lengthy drought for the D-men on this team. It's been a long time since one of them had scored. Face-off coming up to the right of Jeremy Swayman. Off the draw, puck comes out toward the blue line, and Perbix tried to knock it out of midair, could not. Now he'll dump it right back in. Carlo sends it toward the back of the net. Wotherspoon able to win the battle behind the net. Beecher sends it up the left side. Kepke giving chase down into the left wing corner. Lilleberg gets there first. Spins it back toward Perbix from the near circle. Out to the neutral ice, and Atkinson will dump one in toward the net. Swayman catches it in the air and hangs on to draw the whistle.
Well, the last few minutes, there's been 2 or 3 really good opportunities for the Lightning. So that's an area right now for the Bruins. You know, you get this game to 1, and you had generated some good chances in the second as well. Had a good start to the third. Now you find yourself a little bit back on your heels. Swayman had to make a great save. Got a little help. Hagel didn't hit his spot, but got a little help from the post.
Yeah, that puck that got behind Swayman in the crease there. Lindholm's going to get kicked out of the faceoff.
I think Marchand jumped.
No, Charlie Coyle will stand in against Cirelli. Near circle down to our right. Pulled toward the slot. Kick back toward Radish. And now Hedman, who angles a shot wide of the net, came back off the backboards, and Hagel along the near post. But covered up by Swayman.
I don't know if Hagel lifted the stick of McAvoy or just hopped by the stick of McAvoy. He was there. No, it just eluded him. He was right along the goal line was Hagel when he tried to chip that puck short side.
Mentioned Hagel earlier as one of the players who's headed to the Four Nations tournament.
I don't know if that was it was a surprise to me. Not that he's a bad player.
Yeah.
Some good players got left off of that thing, but he's a good player. He was interesting. There was a couple interesting names on there.
Had combined 56 goals the last couple of years. He's got 43 points in 38 games, make it 44 points in 39 with an assist tonight. Puck sent through neutral ice. Marchand cutting toward the left wing side. Will pull up along the near wall. Shoots it down around behind the net. Coyle giving chase into the far corner. Hagel will lift it out toward the blue line and out of the zone. Cirelli near the red line. Finds Hagel cutting down the left wing side, and he rockets one up over the net with the help from Carlo's deflection, and puck out of play.
Yeah, it's a lot of space there. You know, he's got some good speed, and it's a good play through the neutral zone. Good pass by Cirelli from right to left, and Carlo's got to respect that speed. It's a pretty good opportunity.
As you say, I mean, you gotta respect the speed, but at the same time, can't drop off too far, right?
Well, that's when you talk about the gaps by defensemen,
yep.
Right? Are the gaps good? Are you stopping plays before they get started when you come through the neutral zone? But it works as a team. You have to work as a unit in order to do that. You have to have the support of your forwards.
Puck gets deep into the Lightning zone. Pasternak along the end boards, trying to keep away from Perbix. Kucherov will find Point breaking out of the zone. And up the left wing side goes Lilleberg.
Pasternak double shifting right now, right, on this line with Frederick and Brazo.
Puck comes his way. Here's Brazo off the feed from Pasternak. Brazo will send it deep and get in after it. Goes in against Lilleberg. Gensel moved it around the far boards, got through Peak at the blue line, and will come back into the Boston zone. Lorai has to hustle back. Circles behind his net. Skates away from Asimont, coming through neutral ice all the way across the line. Pass off to the right side. Came ricocheting off the boards. Peak tried to one-time it toward the net. Kastelik at the back of the net against Chernak. Now to Kepke. Swept up the wall. Peak coming down onto it. Lost the stick to Chafee. Thrown to the net, and Vasilevsky.
It was Kepke that threw that puck to the net.
Yeah. Just tipped it wide. Kastelik out in the neutral ice with it. So we hit the midway point of the third period. Kastelik goes right down the circle. Shot kicked out in front, and Beecher's rebound was deflected away. Beecher out of that right wing corner trying to keep that puck alive. We'll send it around the near boards. Wotherspoon picks it up off the wall. Pasternak with a long shot. Save made by Vasilevsky, and Radish pulls the rebound behind the net.
Beecher again going to the bench frustrated. I don't know if that puck got deflected or if he just missed the net on the rebound chance. Kaslik put it right on the pad. Huge rebound out the other way for Beecher. And he missed the net short side. Whether it was deflected or not, I'm not sure.
He had a great chance in the second period as well.
Wide open net there.
Kucherov knocked away by Pasternak in the neutral ice. Morgan Geeky gave it back toward Carlo. Now Pasternak on that right side goes cross ice here for Wotherspoon. Down deep for Zacha. Right in front, Geeky. And that one caught the post. Point will bring the Lightning back the other way. Turned over just inside the Bruins blue line. Geeky trying to get it to Pasternak, who didn't see it coming.
Oh, they'll do that little turnover there. They're so good once they get in the zone, but they'll turn it over trying to make plays there because they're so good.
Right. That's one of those, you got to let those guys, occasionally they're going to make mistakes, but a lot of times they're going to make that play. As Coyle finds Marchand cutting down the right wing circle. Puck bounded away from him. McDonough will lob it out of the zone, and that one is going to go just wide of Swayman for an icing with 8:22 to play.
Yeah, Kaslik does exactly what he's supposed to do here. Put this puck on net. The original shot came through, was tipped by Kaslik, and it just went wide. Vasilevsky never knew where it was. Then he puts it on net from the right side, and I think Beecher just missed the net. Yeah, off the crossbar by Geeky. 3 really good opportunities that last shift and a half.
Here's McAvoy from the top of the right circle. That one directed just wide of the far post. Out of the zone from Kucherov. Point will play it on into Boston territory, and the Lightning change up. 8:07 to go. Bruins down by a goal. Dumped into the attack zone here by Lindholm. Marchand goes to get it. Hedman wiped out, but was able to get a stick on that puck as Marchand went by. Off the far boards, it comes to Peak at the right point. Sent one toward the slot. Coyle forced away from the net. Lindholm had it poke checked away by Hedman as they go crashing into the far corner. Marchand and Connor Geeky battling for it. Now Peak at the far point with a shot redirected in front by Lindholm. It'll go off the far boards, and Peak played back toward the corner for Coyle, kicking it onto his stick. Batted out of midair by Cirelli. Goes high up into the air, comes bouncing down near side. Marchand throws one in front with Coyle battling with Hedman in there. On the far boards, Frederick goes crashing in after that puck. At the blue line, kept alive here by Coyle. Peak got it to Wahlstrom just on.
And you got some fresh bodies coming on for the Bruins. Tired players for the Lightning.
Frederick in that far corner. Held off of it by Geeky. It's lobbed out into the neutral ice.
Big clear. They get a line change.
Bruins try to get right back at it. Brazo brings it across the line. Just missed Frederick on the pass left side. Played back around toward that far wall. Wahlstrom reaching out, able to keep it in, but then Brazo lost his balance as he tried to turn with the puck. Dumped back into the Boston zone. Wotherspoon holding Glendening at bay. Wahlstrom kicks it ahead for Brazo. Cross ice pass will come off the near wall. Sent ahead. They're going to call Bruins for an icing here.
Radish never even played the puck. He just took Frederick out, but they will call icing.
So 6:34 to go.
Fans, hockey season's the perfect time to replace your old boiler with a new Peerless boiler. Don't wait until you have no heat. Go to peerlessboilers.com for a dealer near you. And remember, Peerless Boilers, the world's best built boilers.
Bruins making a good push here in the third period. We're down 2-0. I've got it back within 1. And a series of good opportunities here. See if they can get the equalizer in the final 6.5 minutes. Off the face-off, puck comes out past Chernak. And he'll race Pasternak back up ice. McDonough around the far side to Gensel. In the neutral zone, Point overskated it. Zacha brings it back across the line. Tried to get the shot off, but McDonough got a piece of that. In the far corner, Morgan Geeky. He'll wrap it around the boards to the near side, but nobody home, and Zadorov has to get it as it comes out through the neutral zone. McAvoy, cross corner dump into the near corner. It'll angle in behind the net. Chernak played it away from Pasternak. And it'll come out through the center circle. Zacha And Zadorov back. 5:48 to play here in regulation. Zadorov finds McAvoy. His pass through center is picked off by Paul. Paul skates it into the Bruins zone down the right wing circle. Lohrei forced it wide of the net. Sent back out through the blue line. Coyle gives over to Marchand, stepping in left circle. Shot in and out of Vasilevsky's glove. And at the back of the net, Lohrei trying to force it back out in front. They dig it toward the corner. Marchand played it back toward Peak, rolled past him.
Bad bounce. Right in front of the bench.
Paul up ice here for the Lightning. Peak runs him to the end boards. They both stay with the puck. Peak wins it and sends it out toward the blue line. Bruins had started to change. It'll be dumped back in, and now they'll get the changes. The Lightning go for one as well. 5 minutes even to play here in regulation. Coyle from the red line. Lobs one into the attack zone. Frederick trying to split the defenders there and get to that puck.
It's pretty well played by Perbix.
Was. Perbix now will deal it up ice. They get it to Hagel. Dropped it off for Cirelli along the right wing side. Pivots at the hash marks. Perbix over to Lilleberg. Shot blocked by Brazo. Trying to get after that puck in the neutral ice. Lilleberg able to recover in time. Cirelli will step back across the Boston line. 4.5 minutes to go. Bruins down a goal. Connor Geeky at the back of the net here for the Lightning. Check by Carlo. Free puck around the far boards. Brazo protects it. Got it ahead to Morgan Geeky. Off the far wall. He gets it across the line. Takes the shot. Vasilevsky got the right pad on it.
A good release, that shot for Geeky.
Had some mustard on it.
Yep.
Geeky pivoting in the neutral zone. He and his brother have ended up on the ice together quite a bit tonight on opposite sides. As Zadorov gets it to McAvoy. Shot off the back glass. Pasternak keeps it alive toward the near corner. Zadorov trying to fire one in front. Blocked by Chernak. Pasternak tried to get it in front as well. Instead it comes back to Zadorov. Back to Geeky at the center of the blue line. Here's Pasternak from the left circle. Shot blocked by McDonough. He'll clear the zone. Geeky tried to get it right back in on the attack. And that little overzealous is going to wind up an icing here against the Bruins. And Zadorov gets into it after the whistle with Chernak, and that draws some attention as now Hedman and Geeky came together briefly there as well.
No, it all starts with Chernak, though.
Oh, the icing will bring the faceoff back into the Bruins defensive zone here with 3:31 left. Lightning up 2-1.
They've been pushing. It's just, they had that one or two shifts where they were back on their heels, and now it's been all Bruins in that offensive zone. Vasilevsky's made some good saves. The Bruins have been unable to. They came up with the rebound chance off the Kastelik shot, and that was Beecher. He's had two great opportunities here in this game, and frustration mounts for him.
So they're getting ready to drop the puck in the Bruins zone. There's a puck sitting behind Vasilevsky's net right now at the other end.
Nobody knows it's there. They're trying the Bull gang for Tampa's trying to get their attention,
and they
got
did.
it.
The linesman's going to come down the other end of the ice and pick that up. So in all the excitement there after the pushing and shoving, they forgot to retrieve the loose puck. So a face-off in the Bruins defensive zone, and they win it off the near boards. It's shot out, and that's going to be another icing.
Jumbotron here had two young boys, one with a Bruins jersey, one with a Tampa jersey, and every time they put them on the Jumbotron, they were going at it.
One of quite a few Bruins jerseys here in the crowd in Tampa. There's a lot of black and gold visible from up here. As Kucherov gets it over to Hedman. Back to Kucherov. One-timer blocked by Sacco. Goes out of play.
Now they can get the line change.
And we'll take a timeout as well. 3:19 to go here in the third. The Lightning 2 and the Bruins 1 on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Taxes was waiting around for your taxes to be done, which led to worrying about not getting any money back. Now Taxes is matching with a TurboTax expert who can do your taxes in a day to get you up to $4,000 fast with a refund advance loan. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com. Expert filing only available with TurboTax Live Full Service. Refund advance has $0 loan fees and 0% APR. Refund advance loans may be issued by First Century Bank, N.A. or Web Bank. Terms apply. Subject to approval.
Lowe's knows how to help make your Super Bowl 59 party a touchdown. Let us help you prep your home to host with top brands like Charbroil, Blackstone, and LG, so you can be the MVP of game day. Plus, use the Lowe's app to find what you need for a seamless shopping run. Or huddle up with our Lowe's Red Vest associates to help make all your game time hosting decisions.
The only place to hear the game, the Sports Hub.
Andrew Peak and Brad Marchand assisted on Mason Lorai's goal here in the third period. With those feeds, the Shaw's and Star Market Foundation has donated another $200 to the Greater Boston Food Bank to help fight food insecurity. Learn more about Feeding the Puck for families at 985thesportshub.com/feed the puck. 3:19 to go. Lightning have a 2-1 lead. And a face-off coming up inside Boston territory. Bruins have had quite a few opportunities here in the third period.
Chris Kelly had the whiteboard out during that commercial timeout. And not the group he has out there right now, but he was talking about when they do pull their goaltender, if they pull their goaltender, if they're forced to pull their goaltender. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Radish fired one wide of the net, came kicking off the end boards. And
what he wants to see with the goal he pulled. And we're getting close to that point, right? There's 3 minutes to go here. He's getting set up for that line to be out there.
Asamont with a shot that's directed up and over the net. Poked out of the zone here by Beecher. Up ice comes Charlie Coyle. Coyle from the left circle in front for Beecher. Just missed him. Fired off the far boards by Peak. Never made it to the net. Now thrown to the net and kick save made off a Frederick stick. From the back of the net, here's Coyle. 2:40 to go. Zadorov at the left point. Hands to Frederick along the hash marks. Throws one in front. Directed up off the glass. And it'll be sent out of the zone. Zadorov got it back at the red line. And quickly sends Marchand back into the Tampa Bay zone. Bruins are changing behind the play. Marchand able to keep that puck alive for the moment. But now Radish directs it out.
There's a questionable pinch in the neutral zone there by Radish that led to a partial 2-on-1 for the Bruins.
McAvoy dump in, got a favorable bounce.
This is the group they won out, so now we're looking for Swayman coming down on 2 minutes.
Puck will come toward the near side. Pasternak through the neutral ice. Swayman breaks for the bench. Pasternak throws one in toward Vasilevsky. It didn't look like he saw it coming. It hit him, and he dropped the glove on top of it, but there wasn't much of a reaction there with that puck coming his way.
It was a late reaction, right?
Yeah.
It was an awkward reaction. It was just a flip from the neutral zone, just outside the blue line. He played it rather awkwardly.
A minute 59 left. Bruins have the net empty. Down 2-1. 6 attackers on. Elias Lindholm will take the draw. Far circle to our left. And a couple of guys jump.
Yeah, they both jump, so they're going to keep both centermen in there.
Off the draw. Cirelli got it back into the corner. McDonough fired it up the wall. Good keep by McAvoy. Throws it in front.
Yeah, he wants Pasternak across the seam, but can't get it there.
Around the boards it comes. McAvoy pinching down. McDonough takes away in the far corner. Plays it up ice. Here's Hagel. Knocked away by Lorai with a skate in front of the Tampa bench.
The Bruins couldn't play because they were doing offside.
Kucherov just outside
Maybe
of his own blue line over to Hagel. He'll shoot and score from just outside the Bruins zone. The empty netter with 92 seconds to go makes it 3-1.
Yeah, maybe the play there is to play it, and then they'll call it intentional offside, but at least you get yourself set again.
Live to fight another day.
Yeah, you can put your goaltender back in,
right.
But instead you back off. And eventually they get this puck up to Hagel on the left wing side, and he's going to risk this one in from just inside the red line.
19th goal of the season for Hagel, his second point of the night. And with a minute 32 to go, the Bruins are down by 2 once again. potentially staring at their 6th consecutive loss. Puck comes back into the Bruins zone, and McAvoy will retreat behind Swayman. Pass up the near side, deflected by Paul. Bounced away from Coyle. Point will just softly get it back into Bruins zone, forcing Swayman to stay put. Coyle's pass in the direction of Geeky. Jumped away from him. Chernak couldn't get it out of the Lightning zone. Swayman's headed to the bench as the puck comes to Lohrei. Gloves it down onto his stick. Took a shot. Blocked by Chernak, who lifts it high up into the air and all the way down. It'll go wide of the empty net, bringing an icing call with 58.5 to go.
Now do you call a timeout? You've already talked about it on the last commercial timeout, but it looks like they're going to call a timeout.
Now Chris Kelly's got the whiteboard once again. Step down in front of the bench.
No, I don't think so. Well, he is going to call it. He's kind of waiting as long as he could, but
by a few extra seconds. And you get your top guns a big of a breather as possible. And these two teams will meet again at TD Garden on Tuesday, after the Bruins play the Florida Panthers this coming Saturday. And they'll play again in a week span in early March as well. Bruins will be back here in Tampa on the 8th of March for a matinee Saturday afternoon game.
Yeah, and Tampa has 2 games after this one before they play the Bruins. So they play on the 11th, the 12th, in New Jersey and Pittsburgh. And then so Saturday, Sunday, and then they play the Bruins on Tuesday. They got to start making up games at some point.
We were talking about that earlier. This is only their 39th game of the year. It's the Bruins' 44th. So they have a very busy second half schedule to do the Lightning.
Which is good and bad. I mean, it's...
if you win the games, it's good.
Yeah, but
right.
you also... But yes, but you're also... That's a lot of work in a short amount of time as the season winds down when you need yourself in the playoffs.
Off the face-off in the attack zone. Here's McAvoy with a shot. That hits Marchand in front. It looks like went out of play. Marchand shaking off his left hand. 51.3 to go. Net empty at the Bruins' end. 6 attackers on. Lindholm to take the draw. Lightning will control it. Point sends it over to the far side. Lobbed up into the Bruins zone. Foot race for it. Bruins are going to get whistled for a penalty here.
Yeah, it took time. Point got taken down. They were trying to flip that puck to him.
So with 42.9 to go, that will all but end the Bruins' chances on this night as Lohrei goes to the box. And the Lightning will get their 4th power play of the game to finish this one off. That makes this only the 4th time in 22 games that the Bruins have allowed more than 3 opposing power play chances.
Yeah, Lohrei he grabbed the jersey a point.
Yeah. Now Swayman back into the crease. Face-off will be to his left here. And a 5-on-4 manpower advantage for the Lightning, who coming off of a 4-game losing streak, about ready to win their 2nd in a row. They will be 7 games above 500 for the season, 7 games above 500 here on home ice. As Kucherov sends one in front for Point, and he scores. And why not? Power play goal for the league leader in that department makes it 4-1. '25th goal of the season from Braden Point. That is the 12th that has come on the man advantage.
Tampa, they win the draw, work it back, D to D, and Kucherov just looks backdoor. He had Gensel backdoor, but he's able to find Point in a similar spot from the left side to the right side. And Tampa Bay about to jump by the Bruins points-wise, and as we've already talked about, a lot of games to make up, a lot of games in hand.
Face off at center ice, won by Kastelik as we hit the final 30 seconds of this one. Lilleberg will circle behind the net, shoot it out into the neutral ice. Kastelik still playing hard, put the hit on him. Beecher on the near boards, lost it at the red line to Perbix. It'll go across the ice, and Wotherspoon will skate back to retrieve for the Bruins with 10 seconds to go. In the neutral ice, it'll come back to Lilleberg. Oh, and Kastelik goes after him. They're going to drop the gloves in front of the Tampa bench, and Kastelik gets the jump on him with a couple of big right hands. Lilleberg trying to go back at him, and they go tumbling down, and Lilleberg still trying to throw punches with Kastelik down on the ice. So with these teams going to play again on Tuesday, Kastelik not going quietly here with 2.5 seconds left.
Lilleberg came up with a cross-check to Kastelik's face. Kastelik landed a couple early and then got off balance, and Lilleberg, give him credit. I didn't expect to see that from him. And Kastelik's, he needs to be helped to the locker room right now.
Yeah,
he's wobbly.
He's shaky.
Lilleberg landed one, or a couple. Maybe he got one when Kastelik was down. I'm not sure. But Lilleberg looked at cross-check right up into the face as Kastelik came after him. Kastelik landed the first couple. And I don't know if Kastelik landed on his head or if Lilleberg actually landed one. I never got that.
Right.
I didn't see a punch get landed, but I could have missed it. So Kastelik finished a hit in the corner, right? And then this one was right in front of the bench. He's just coming to finish the hit. And old-time hockey, right? You get your stick up to protect yourself.
Right.
Well, Lilleberg got his stick up, and he got it right into the jaw of Kastelik. Or into the face, anyhow. Right in front of Tampa's bench. And then the gloves are off. The only thing here is, if they do call an instigator, they're going to announce it right now.
Yeah. Both players receive 5 minutes for fighting. The play is under review for a major penalty for cross-checking to Tampa player.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, it doesn't matter at this juncture of the game, obviously. But there's no doubt that stick was up into the face of Kastelik. So watching replay now, yeah, I don't think Lilleberg, he wrestled Kastelik to the ice. I don't think he landed a punch, though. I didn't see one. And I don't know if Kastelik is, like, from the cross-check.
Right, that would be my concern, is he took a pretty heavy cross-check to the up around the chin.
I didn't see him take a punch. Looked like he landed a couple. I give Lilleberg credit for, but Kastelik's just coming to finish the hit, and
and Kastelik's head snaps back from the contact. Lilleberg's helmet comes off right as they start to drop the gloves, and Kastelik lands.
He landed a couple.
He did.
Yeah, grazed him with one.
Kastelik kind of got back on the defensive, lost his balance and went back, but
I think it's the cross-check that got him, and why he was woozy. I don't know Lilleberg. I know Kastelik's a pretty strong guy, and that's a little bit of a mismatch fighting-wise. But if he's woozy while he's fighting,
right. That would be such a huge loss to this Bruins team if Kastelik has to miss any time.
There's 2.5 seconds to go. They're reviewing it right now. I think they got to give him a major, but
I would expect. Here we go with the call.
After review, the call of the ice is confirmed. We have a major penalty to number 78, Tampa, for cross-checking and a game misconduct.
So, like I said, I mean, they got to review it. They got to see it. Now the league looks at it, but it doesn't do the Bruins any good today. But, in fact, it hurts them if Kastelik is injured at all.
Right. He's such a tone setter for this team.
Oh, he's a worker.
Yeah.
He's physical every night. So, I don't think it's going to be argued much by Tampa, but they review it, they look at it. They all agreed. Now it's up to the league.
It was interesting to see because you mentioned he finished the hit on Lilleberg earlier and then went to finish another one. He's still playing it out here in the final 10 seconds of the game.
That's the way he plays.
Yeah. So the officials' review is done. And there's still 2.5 seconds left.
I was mildly concerned that they were going to call an instigator, or thinking about calling an instigator. Right. If you do that late in the game, that's an automatic suspension.
Right. So they'll drop the puck one more time in the Lightning zone here. And everybody lines up. Beecher tries to shoot off the drop. It goes wide, and that will do it. And after the horn, we get a dust up in the far corner as Brazo went in there, and everyone is gathered in. Just wrestling matches right now. Officials trying to calm this down, keep it from breaking loose. Perbix taking a poke in Carlo's direction. They have peeled Brazo out of the pile and are shepherding him back to the Bruins bench as this continues on in the corner. Radish is helmetless in the middle of that. This one's still percolating here as Carlo poking at Perbix. Kepke's got a hold of Perbix. Carlo reaches out and grabs him by the arm. Officials trying to keep Zadorov from igniting anything. Teams standing at their respective benches here while this goes on, and that looks like it will do it. Johnny Beecher in frustration shoots a couple of the gloves away out into the neutral zone. So the Lightning win it 4-1 the final. Back with a recap next on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network. Driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Okay, I've got good news and bad news. Here's the bad news. Most protein bars are packed with sugar, carbs, and unpronounceable ingredients. The good news? There's a much better option. I'm Will, and I crafted IQ Bar plant protein bars with clean, functional, delicious ingredients to empower doers like you with superior brain and body fuel.
Go to IQBAR.com and enter code AUDIO to get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping.
How would you like to get in the best shape, the healthiest shape of your life for less than $5 a day? I'm Body CEO Carl Deichler. That's Body with an I. And I've got your healthy bundle with a world-class workout, healthy eating plan, plus the healthiest and most delicious nutrition shake that will make you feel amazing and really improve your digestion, if you know what I mean. All for less than $5 a day. This is your healthy bundle, your workout, your easy eating plan, and a delicious nutrition shake called Shakeology. And if you don't lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in your first 3 weeks, I'll give you your money back. Imagine a trainer and dietitian giving you all this for less than $5 a day, plus a healthy superfood shake that curbs cravings, helps you lose weight, and gives you healthy energy. It's unprecedented, and it's your healthy bundle. So write down this web address. Go to yourhealthybundle.com. That's yourhealthybundle.com, and see how healthy and fit you can get for less than $5 a day.
Hair thinning can happen for so many reasons. Whether it's stress or hormones or anything, at Nutrafol we've learned that real change starts below the surface. Our hair growth supplements take a whole body approach and target the key root causes of hair thinning, so you can see visibly thicker, stronger hair in 3 to 6 months.
Hair growth starts from the inside at Nutrafol.com. That's Nutrafol.com.
Hello, my name is Jorge Gaviria, and I'm the founder of Hacienda. We partner with farmers in Mexico to bring heirloom corn products to every kitchen. With my Spark Cash Plus card from Capital One, I earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. And it has no preset spending limit, which means my purchasing power adapts to my business needs. My Spark card helps me fulfill my mission of bringing masa to the masses. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms and conditions apply. Find out more at CapitalOne.com/SparkCashPlus.
Right now at Wendy's, get 2 faves for $7. The spicier classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
At participating Wendy's for a limited time only. Select a request 2 for $7 deal to redeem. Not valid in a combo or with saucy nugs. Single item at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
A lot of insurance companies offer compare and save tools. Are they accurate? Do they really understand my needs? Who knows? Wah, wah. Even worse, who knows what they do with the information you provide? That's why Safety Insurance is committed to working with independent agents. They'll listen, ask smart questions, and make sure you have coverage that truly protects you, even from cybercriminals.
10-5 going twice. So
ask an independent agent about Safety Insurance. We'll help you manage life's storms.
98.5 The Sports Hub and the Bruins Radio Network welcome the following new partners. Your local Nissan dealers. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com. And Dairy Queen. DQ fans, kick off your favorite game with a sauced and tossed chicken strip basket. Only at participating DQ locations. Happy tastes good. From the home of the Bruins, thank you for joining our winning team.
TD cardholders score special benefits at TD Garden, from pro shop discounts and free tours to free popcorn and more. These benefits were made for game time. Learn more at the TD Garden website. TD Bank, Bank of the Boston Celtics and Bruins.
The Peterson School has been a leader in teaching the trade since 1946 and is now enrolling for their spring semester in Woburn, Westwood, Worcester, and Haverhill. Visit petersonschool.com to learn more. The Peterson School, they teach the trades.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to drive smarter with high-tech features and excellent reliability. It's time for intelligent design, plus exciting performance. Get a new vehicle you'll love. Check out the Honda Civic, Accord, or HR-V.
See dealer for financing details.
Felger and Maz, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Sports Hub.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification across the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
Boston. This is Boston's most listened to sports station. Boston's home for sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station.
Here's Asimon moving down the left wing circle. Takes a shot and scores. Mikey Asimon just able to beat Swayman cleanly from the left circle. And it's 2-0 Tampa in the final minute of this second period. That turns out to be the game winner tonight. The Lightning end up winning it 4-1 with an empty net goal and then a kind of a garbage time power play goal as we welcome you back here to Tampa along with Bob Beers. I'm Ryan Johnston. Frustrating night here for the Bruins, who played a decent game against this Lightning team and had some great chances to try to tie it up in the third. Just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, I mean, the score is a little more lopsided than the game was. It was a pretty strong game in a lot of areas for the Bruins, and the penalty killing was good. I know that Tampa got a power play goal in garbage time at the end there, and an empty netter. So essentially a 2-1 game, and it's one where they made 2 mistakes there in the second period, 2 bad mistakes in the second period. One was giving up a shorthanded goal. They've gone 27 games now, Ryan, where they have not scored a power play goal. When they've had chances, I went through the whole thing. 27 games when they've had a power play opportunity and have not scored. There was one game where they didn't have an opportunity. Right. It was no chances. I mean, and today it's just like you get one power play and Tampa scores, and it's the first goal of the game. It's scoreless up until that point. It's in the second period. You're doing some good things. You get the man advantage, and you give up a shorthanded goal. It's maddening right now, and it's got to be just driving them nuts. And I know it's driving the players nuts. I know it's driving the coaches nuts. I know it's driving the fans nuts. And there's no one reason why. There's different reasons every game that prevent them from being effective with the man advantage. They're not getting many chances, and today they get one and they give up a goal. It's like, the second one, preventable, right? The D gets back a little bit too far, pinch in the neutral zone. Was it an odd man rush? Kind of, sort of, but a lot of room. And then you hope that Swayman can come up with a save, and he doesn't. And He came up with some good ones here today, but not on that one. And now you're down 2-0 going into the third period. You're chasing the game again. You're right there. It's the special team. It's the power play that let you down again today by giving up that goal. And then they follow with another one. You have a push in the third. Lohrei scores in the third. He was on the ice for both goals against, but he scores in the third. And, there's hope. And they pushed. They had opportunities. And that's where Vasilevsky was at his best, I thought, in this game. Wasn't always perfect, but in terms of the way he played some pucks, but he was good when he needed to be there. And the Bruins missed some empty nets.
Yeah. They had
Beecher had two.
Really big opportunities that didn't go. Yeah. Well, it's time for tonight's Lexus Amazing Play of the Game. Face off, pulled back toward the top of the crease, and Coyle giving chase as he went into the far corner. Now Lohrai's got it, stepping toward the top of the face-off circle, moves toward the slot, shoots and scores! And the Bruins get one early here in the third as Mason Lohrei wrists one through Vasilevsky. It's 2-1. And Lohrai's second goal of the year is our Lexus Amazing Play of the Game, brought to you by Lexus. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer today. We'll be back to check the out-of-town scores, the 3 stars, and wrap things up from Tampa coming up next. Lightning win at 4-1 here on the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network, driven by the versatile Honda CR-V at your local Honda dealer.
Typical children's vitamins are basically candy in disguise. Some are filled with 2 teaspoons of sugar, unhealthy chemicals, and other gummy additives that growing kids should never eat. That's why Hiya created the Kids Daily Multivitamin, a chewable vitamin with 15+ essential vitamins and minerals. Some kids' vitamins are filled with 5 grams of sugar, and sugar is known to contribute to a variety of health issues. Hiya is made with 0 sugar and 0 gummy additives, yet it tastes great and is perfect for picky eaters. Hiya is made with a blend of 12 organic fruits and veggies and helps support kids' immune systems, energy, brain function, mood, concentration, and more. It's also non-GMO, vegan, dairy-free, allergy-free, gelatin-free, and nut-free. Hiya is designed for kids 2 and up and sent straight to your door, so parents have one less thing to worry about. To receive 50% off your first order, go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar. Go to hiyahealth.com/no sugar and get your kids the full body nourishment they need to grow into healthy adults.
I want you to pay attention because this is important. Getting in shape and losing weight can literally be a life or death decision. Heart disease, diabetes, even cancer. Your lifestyle decisions dictate your health. Maybe you think you can't do it, but I know you can. If you have 3 key components. 1, you need a specific day-by-day fitness plan that's already proven to work so you won't quit. 2, a healthy nutrition plan that's integrated into your fitness plan that's easy to follow. And 3, support from a community all pulling for each other's success. I'm Carl, the CEO of Body. That's Body with an I. Body helps people achieve their goals with these 3 factors. That's where the magic happens. Body has the programs that are proven to help you lose up to 10 to 15 pounds in just 3 weeks, 30 to 40 pounds in 90 days. You just need to commit. This is so important for you. Go to body.com, that's BODI.com, and we'll get you the fast results you want step by step.
This is the story of the one. As a facility technician installing a new welding station, he knows getting the ventilation right is critical for safety. That's why when questions arise, there's Grainger. Grainger offers detailed technical product information online at his fingertips, so it's easy to find what he needs. Because when it comes to safety, having answers means he and his people can breathe a little easier. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The home of the Bees, the Sports Hub.
Nice play by Carrick. Rangers break out Riley Smith. 2-on-1. Carrick scores! Sam Carrick wins it in overtime.
That was a New York Rangers win in overtime against the New Jersey Devils. The final there, 3-2. Columbus 6-2 winners over the Seattle Kraken. Buffalo gets the shutout against Ottawa, 4-0 in that one. 4-1 Dallas over the Philadelphia with a 4-1 lead over Minnesota, and just underway Islanders in Vegas to take on the Golden Knights.
Another Blue Jackets six-goal performance tonight. It's either 6 or nothing, it feels like, for them. Here tonight, the Lightning with a 4-1 win over the Bruins. The Shaw's and Star Market Foundation's Nourishing Neighbors initiative sponsors our Feeding the Puck for Families campaign. For every helper on a Bruins goal, They donate another $100 to fight food insecurity with 2 feeds tonight. That's another $200 for the Greater Boston Food Bank. Follow along at 985thesportshub.com/feedthepuck. Time now for the 3 stars of the night presented by Nissan. You deserve a car that thrills you. Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today. The number 3 star of the night with a goal and an assist, Brandon Hagel. Kucherov just outside of his own blue line over to Hagel. He'll shoot and score from just outside the Bruins zone. The empty netter with 92 seconds to go makes it 3-1. And the number 2 star with a pair of assists tonight for the Lightning, defenseman Ryan McDonough. Minute 20 to go in the man advantage. Pasternak tried to carry through the blue line, lost it, and back they go. And now Lorai's got to get in on his horse. Instead, it's Hagel. He put it just wide on the breakaway. Came back out, and they score. It ricocheted off the end boards, and Sorelli one-times it past Swayman. A shorthanded goal, and the Lightning are up 1-0. Yeah, that's the first goal of the night for Tampa Bay. Ryan McDonough getting one of his 2 assists on that. He also assisted on the game winner tonight. The number 1 star of the night, goaltender Andrei Vasilevsky. Frederick up the left side, finds Brazo right in front. Wallstrom, backhand save made. Gains the red line, floats one in wide of Vasilevsky, who went out to try to play it, and the puck jumped away from him. A chance in front. Vasilevsky takes one away from Beecher. 27 out of 28 tonight for Andrei Vasilevsky, who improves his record to 18-12-1 on the season. Jeremy Swayman played well tonight, but takes the loss, stopping 27 of the 30 shots that he faced. Falls to 13-15-3 on the year. Bruins go 0 for 2 on the power play officially. That last chance, they got 2.5 seconds on at the end of the game after the 5-minute cross-checking major for Lilleberg, who got kicked out of that game. And we'll, again, hopefully get an update here over the next day or so about Mark Kastelik, who was helped off after that, after the 2 of them were engaged in the fight after that cross-check he took to the face. The Lightning finish 1 for 4 on the power play, but the 1 power play goal that they scored did come in garbage time after they already had a 2-goal lead inside of the final minute. So the Lightning improved their overall record to 22-15-2, and as Beersy mentioned, they will leapfrog the Bruins in the standings, in the point standings. 46 points now in 39 games. They have 5 games in hand on the Bruins, who now have 45 points in 44 games played this season. So now it is a cross-state trip, very quick flight over to Fort Lauderdale tonight for the Bruins as they get ready to invade Sunrise on Saturday afternoon to take on the Panthers. Our pregame coverage will get underway at 12:30 across the network, with the face-off scheduled for just after 1 o'clock. Now for our executive producer, Jeremy Conley, our engineer here in the booth, Ray Bryan, and for Bob Beers, I'm Ryan Johnston. Thanks so much for joining us, and good night from Tampa.
Boston Bruins hockey is driven by the stylish Honda Accord, available at your local New England Honda dealers. The Bruins are brought to you by VA New England, Granite City Electric GCE Nitrate, Valvoline Instant Oil Change, Coors Banquet, your New England Ford dealers, Live Nation, Peerless Boilers, Safety Insurance, and by Shaw's and Star Market.
2 seconds, 1 second, it's over. The Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
And by Town Fair Tire, TD Bank, your Boston area Nissan dealers, Charles D. Sheehy, Ticketmaster, Dairy Queen, Bosch Tools, Hub International New England, the Peterson School, your Eastern Region Lexus dealers, and by DraftKings Sportsbook.
After 39 long years, the Cup is back home. The Bruins are 2011 Stanley Cup champions.
Bruins hockey is a presentation of the 98.5 The Sports Hub Bruins Radio Network.
From the Town Fair Tire Studios, this is Boston's home for sports.
Sacco cross, they scored. Point a shot, rebound, score.
WBZ-FM and HD Boston 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station.
So they'll drop the puck one more time in the Lightning zone here. Everybody lines up. Beecher tries to shoot off the drop. It goes wide, and that will do it. And after the horn, we get a dust up in the far corner as Brazo went in there, and everyone is gathered in. Just wrestling matches right now. Officials trying to calm this down. keep it from breaking loose. Perbix taking a poke in Carlo's direction. They have peeled Brazo out of the pile and are shepherding him back to the Bruins bench as this continues on in the corner. Radish is helmetless in the middle of that. This one's still percolating here. That looks like it will do it. Johnny Beecher in frustration shoots a couple of the gloves away out into the neutral zone. So the Lightning win it 4-1.